Denzel right here on Glory 93.9 FM.
This is Jay Todd, and you're listening to Pastor Denzel on Glory 93.9 FM.
Hi, I'm Benita Washington, and you're listening to Pastor Denzel on Glory 93.9.
Good afternoon, everybody. How you doing? It is Wednesday afternoon. Most evening. I was told evening starts at 7, so it's still afternoon. It is 5:20 something. I think I'm glasses. I don't know. 5:23 on a beautiful Wednesday afternoon. Of course, you know you listen to Glory 93.9, the greatest station anywhere on the planet, and it's time for the greatest show anywhere in the world. Barbershop Talk, a talk where real men talk about real issues going on in the real country and the real world. And if you want that real barbershop conversation, this is the place to be. Now, please help me out by going out there and sharing this video. Help me do that. Share this link. All them WhatsApp group, and they send you all kind of good morning, all kind of Cupid, and share this out to 3 people, and then you can find your first love. If you see this note, send it to 9 people, and the 9th person will give you $1 million. All them people who's be texting you in them class reunion group, and them family reunion group, all them group, please share this video to every single one of them, and tell them tune in for some real conversation. All right. So please help me out, get the word out. Welcome to Barbershop Talk. To all you that are already in the room, I see you coming in the room. Those of you by way of Facebook, so glad to see you on Facebook Live. Those of you who are listening on YouTube, glad to see you there. Those of you that are on our podcast, glad to see you I can't see you, but I feel you on the podcast. Those of you who are on TuneIn Radio, and those who are on the Glory 93.9 FM band. Boy, we on a lot of things. We on a whole lot of things. That's a lot of different media devices. And so we're doing our best to get the word, get the sound out. Now, I'm going to say this here because I'm the host. There's certain things I'm allowed to do. There are some things that we are not prepared to go into detail with the brethren, but this is barbershop talk. When I try to duck things, they tell me, no, Pastor, this is barbershop talk. And so I will not allow them to avoid certain conversations. So there will be conversations that we will have. I will call their name and you will find out if these men are manly men, as I know they are, or whether they will punk out and avoid conversation.
P-U-N-K. O-U-T.
We will find out what's going to happen. Now, in studio, we don't have any of the resident barbers in, so we're not getting our haircut today, but we do have Mr. Carlo Ramsey, we have Mr. Peter Wilson, and we have Mr. Garfield Burrows in studio, and we're hoping to have a barber to join us to make us an official barbershop. It's kind of hard to have a barbershop without a barber, so hopefully we'll have a barber to join us in short order.
Pastor, you never sit in the barbershop, none of them there?
That has happened before. Who did this?
Oh,
what's happening, Godchild?
What's it, Godson?
What's saying, Godchild? That's my good Godchild, man. Glad to see you, buddy.
Pastor, I hope the rest of your godchildren ain't listening.
Say again?
I hope the rest of your godchildren ain't listening.
What I said, as a favorite?
You said that's a good godchild.
My good. Oh.
Emphasize it like that.
Yes, my good. I get plenty. All my godchildren is good.
See what I save you?
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, man.
Good looking out. All right. Now, you know what? So let's talk about this. There are a lot of people coming on. I'm gonna go this route and presenting these solutions to crime. Oh, we need this, we need the other. Like this magic potion, this panacea that we have that once you do this, if you all do this, the crime would be under control. If you all do this, crime will be under control. All these wonderful things people are saying concerning crime and these solutions. What do we do about what's happening in our country with regard to crime? What do y'all think we do? Let's see if we can give some solutions in the barbershop today.
Hey, Mr. Taylor.
We can be a house of solutions.
Sir? Hey, Mr. Taylor. Boy, I can't tell you what solution.
Let's go. What do y'all think we need to be doing that we ain't doing?
What's going on? What we talking about? I just reached my apologize.
Begin there. You got to begin with my apologies. I apologize for missing the last 7 shows, whatever. You can't just come up with what we talking about.
That's a nice shirt, too.
Yeah.
La la la.
See why you've been missing.
I say, humble yourself, therefore.
Do you realize we're on a radio show, sir? You just came in and talking. We actually
I'm trying to figure out who that is because that voice is deep. That's a man voice. That's that boy growing.
So yeah. My apologies.
You were missing in action. This for about two or three shows?
6 months. 6 months.
Yeah.
Again, what you want me to do? Circumstances beyond my control.
Yes, sir.
Today is my father's birthday.
Yeah. 80.
I'm late. He would have been 80 today.
Legend.
No, we ain't done but today.
No.
So you try to throw shade and throw low blow on that now.
I was really trying to say I almost didn't make the date.
But we would understand today.
Right. I told him.
Yeah, we already mentioned that.
We already mentioned that.
That today is.
So you actually had an excuse today, B.
Yeah. Right. So the day would have been the only day we got a block.
Exactly.
Prior.
We done with them last week that you missed.
We tried off your ride. You didn't want to go.
Stop it.
We offer you a ride.
Rides were made available to you and you didn't want to take them.
Lies, I say lies.
Mother Garfield.
Don't I miss y'all too though? What the hell?
That's all. Let's see how we miss you on. Yeah, bro.
Bros, I ain't gonna lie. I been missing 2 shows. I don't know if I share no mic today. But I'll do my best.
This is powerful. Come down
Hello,
this way,
Nassau
Burrows.
Bahamas. Welcome to Barbershop Talk on Glory 93.9.
This could be long.
She said, "Come on."
With Pastor D, Carlo, Mr. Wilson is in the house.
Pastor D. That's what it's
No,
called.
we didn't do all that. We didn't do that.
Let's call you Pastor D.
Yeah, the host of the show that do that.
We're talking about solutions to crime. Let's begin with that conversation.
Solutions to crime. Sir.
How do we deal with this crime issue? What do we think we need to be doing? Let me say this. I was talking to the brother. The brother said to me, he says, I'm not being insensitive. I ain't being mean. I ain't being rude. But he says, I don't get the hysteria over the 6 people being shot. The 6 people dying in this event that took place a week ago. I don't get the hysteria. He says, how is it that we've been confiscating semi-automatic weapons in recent years with great frequency? So now he says, I don't understand why is it like everybody is just blown away that we have this semi-automatic weapon that is used on the streets and 6 people die, as though this is some sort of outlier. That was the brother's case. And of course, that kind of conversation is seen as very insensitive. But what say you to that point? The point is like, hold on, I mean, this, like, it's almost like you're saying, like, this is bound to happen. How are you going to avoid this with the amount of semi-automatic weapons out there, the level of criminality that's out there, the level of turf wars, the level of all the other things that are happening, retaliation that's happening, vigilante justice, people say happening. These are the things I'm hearing that's happening, all this kind of stuff. Why is there this shock like this is an outlier? Is there any validity to that point of view?
The amount of persons that would have lost their lives and the time in which it happened, I think was a shock. There are things that happen in this country, but the numbers are still like maybe off 1 or 2 here, 1 or 2 there, you know. But
what about the shootout on Market Street by the bank? That's last year. Remember the thing that happened by right on Marquis Street, RBC, that shootout thing that happened at the bank there in the middle of the road?
Yeah, but even
that,
like that situation, but that's a one-off situation. Like, we don't have a situation like typically when things like more than 3-4 persons happens, using like a plane crash or a car accident and something like that. Not no shootout. We ain't I mean, people could say it's going bad in the country, but we ain't used to that. That was a shock. And the fact that the country has gotten over that so quickly and the attention is turned on it is quite surprising to me.
I can be honest. I couldn't believe that would have become old news by now.
Yeah, no, that's old.
This quick.
Yeah, that's old news. That's all.
You know, how do y'all feel about that brother's sentiment? How do you feel, Carlo, about it? That, I mean, that's where we are now. Like the senior man was saying, I don't see what as though this is some major outlier.
I have one comment.
What's your comment?
I personally believe, right? I stand to be corrected. I think there is about anywhere between 20 or 15% of all crime that happens that are random.
Okay.
Everything else is an agenda of somebody.
Targeted.
Mm-hmm.
That's my belief. I believe
violent crime, you mean?
Violent
crime.
Violent crime. Right. So I think it's a very, very small percentage that is random. Everything else is thought through. Kind of, sort of. That makes sense.
No, that makes a lot of sense. So what you're saying then is that you're supporting some politicians I heard in the previous administration and this administration that we are now this I say with a grain of salt, we're a safe country. If everything is we're saying it's targeted,
I believe
and planned, that means that lends to the argument that you hear every now and then that we that we are safe, that we're a safe country.
If you listen to
you have to get closer to the mic for the people that hear you.
If you listen to most of the police reports after these incidents would have occurred,
you sure that's yours?
There's
keep on doing that.
one common statement that is always made.
Known to the police?
Known to the police.
Okay.
So that tells us that there's a group of people or a grouping of people. We know that there's gang wars. Thank you, Miss Lady Producer. I don't know why I touch your mic.
No, but you do that every time. You always turn it up and
why you just couldn't let me just say thank you, Lady Producer, and just let that be?
Because I told you that before.
Yeah. But continue on with you.
Yeah.
That's silicone.
I honestly believe that we are a safe country, like Carlos says.
You believe that too? You believe we're safe?
Yeah, the percentage is between 15 and 20%. And most of the major crime that is committed, such as the last one, is basically between the same grouping of people. This ongoing war.
Let me ask you this: is there anywhere at 11 o'clock in the night? Well, we got curfew, but at 11 o'clock in the night, if your car breaks down, you scared because you're in that area?
No. Reason being because I am not a part of this grouping of people that are searching out each other, and that's and the reason why I think that these activities take place so spaced out is because the opportunities don't always present themselves. These guys normally stay in their safe zones, and very, very, very seldom they catch each other in a slip or in a, you know what I'm saying? So I honestly believe that we are a safe country. I don't know why these people are sending out these things but don't travel to the Bahamas. It's better in the Bahamas. It's always been better in the Bahamas, and it will always be better in the Bahamas.
Bing.
Because God lives in the Bahamas.
Bing.
The
Okay.
devils be roaming every round again.
We're going to live
But God live there.
Well, they don't.
if you break down before you go there, is there anywhere that your car break down?
Plenty places. Let's get it on.
see, the reason being
I
because
know Peter's gonna say that.
Peter
I was
Wilson
waiting on
is
that.
a man that is fearful for no reason.
Yeah, no, I fell for no reason.
It's
You
not
believe,
nobody
you believe,
else.
you believe Foxhill. We can talk about Foxhill. You believe the Foxhill of the day. It's the Foxhill you grew up in 20 years ago. That ain't the day. They'll take you. They should.
No, the Foxhill. No. I would not let you speak that way about
Oh, that's
Foxhill.
your business.
The Foxhill I grew up in years ago.
Rasta, you'll get take. They'll take you,
I
Rasta.
can still walk in that same
Walk in with
Foxhill.
there.
Yes, any area of Foxhill.
I'll get it. Good.
And same thing with Camp Road.
All right, then. Cool.
You comfortable? Anywhere?
Yeah, I'm comfortable. You have. My God, the tourists walk in Foxhill.
No, they don't.
Man, I see them, man.
No.
Mr. Ramsey.
And they're warned. And they're
I
warned.
sent an email.
And they're warned by international.
How many
They're warned.
how many tourists get gunned down or robbed in Foxhill and Camp
Plenty
Road?
you don't know about. Plenty.
Lies.
There's an international warning. Do you want me to read it? There's an international warning right now telling citizens of the United States not to travel in the inner cities of the Bahamas. And they explain to you why what happened. Rapes, murders.
Now,
Drug
the
dealers.
hypocrisy and duplicity of the United States, I don't like
Stop
that.
it, Peter.
No, they
You could be walking in the mall in the United States and get gunned down.
It's up to me, and whose citizens are we?
You're right.
We citizens of the Bahamas. It's up to our government
To protect us.
to protect us, to warn us.
Yeah.
So what's the percentage of tourists that
'Cause
travel to the Bahamas
You
that
get when you
these
go to the
things
United
happen to?
States, you go to Florida, Carl, you get a parking bins. You don't have parking bins, you get a parking bins. You gotta go hang on.
Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question, Mr. Wilson.
Go ahead.
2000, before the pandemic,
Right, sir.
it was the highest year of tourist visitation in the Bahamas, 7.5
Absolutely.
million,
Absolutely.
record breaking. Okay,
Absolutely.
what's the percent of those tourists that travel to the Bahamas that experience rape, rob, and murder?
Not a lot, because the majority.
You know why not a lot?
Watch this.
Because it's safe in the
I
Bahamas.
can voice your bubble, because the majority of those persons listeners are cruise ship passengers who don't come off the cruise ship. You didn't know that? Eh?
I know that.
Okay.
Okay, let's say 60% is tourist passengers.
Okay.
You still have how much million?
Okay.
Out of 7.5.
And those people staying in the Ladas and
Man, shut your
Baba.
mouth. I see them all about.
Where you see them?
All on the scooters in the urban community.
Oh, come here, Phil.
Boy, I guess so.
They see everywhere.
So let me get some Texas.
You see gas. You see gas in the urban communities. Everybody been saying the same thing, but they looking for dope.
They may be looking for dope.
And why they go there looking for dope?
Huh?
Why they call there looking for dope?
Supply and demand, bro. But that is
Hold on. We have
whether
no
it's safe
idea of
in
where
the
dope
Bahamas.
is available in the Bahamas.
Peter knows.
Where the supply
Call
is.
323.
You better be careful
Peter
when you do this
Wilson.
on the radio. You get locked up. So let me put a disclaimer there. I don't know where they sell no dope. I don't know. I don't think nobody else here know where they sell no dope.
No, I
Where
don't.
you get the
I have no idea.
Yeah, all right.
I don't even know what dope look like.
Now watch this. I have some people commenting right there. And
What have I say?
you know, Anwar already eat the clock in, right?
Hey, buddy.
You know, Anwar the clock in. Anwar, good afternoon, everybody who's saying good afternoon. All of you, good afternoon to you. Paulie Johnson says we don't manufacture guns in this country. We need out where all of the legal firearms are coming from, and we need to be more careful as to who we give gun licenses to in this country. You think these folks get a license? If we get
Legal guns on the street, they wasn't bought at no store.
Paulie, I need to get a license. If we can eliminate the amount of guns circulating in this country and who can have guns, this homicide rate will go down. Andrew say, why would you be surprised by what happened when you look at how our society operates? You know, and that's part of what the comment I said that I heard. Anva goes on to say the country is a relatively safe place. Nassau isn't a safe place. Ricky Taylor agrees.
Anwar being gone for too long, that's his problem.
Ricky Taylor agrees with Kenyatta Taylor. Ricky Taylor says tourist Airbnb in Foxhill and the
Everywhere.
deep spot behind the Jungle Club. Taylor is correct.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Taylor.
Crown Lux says y'all are so. Who's Crown Lux?
I know.
They say y'all are so hilarious. Thank you so much. That's our intent. Ricky Taylor goes further. They shop in the community walk-in in
Thank
Vauxhall.
you. In Foxhill.
That's your brother.
I don't know who that is. But Taylor, see them just like I see them.
That's probably Sean.
I see them walking on Burnett Road. I see them walking in Foxhill. Your Airbnbs everywhere, brothers.
Now, I know there are quite a few Airbnbs up in the
Everywhere.
Quite a few. Paulie Johnson says we need to get to the root of the problem. We don't manufacture guns. You back on these guns again, Paulie, in our country. So we need to find out where these illegal firearms are coming from and eliminate this process.
But I bet you.
Also, we need to be careful as to who we give gun license. Okay, so the same point again. She clearing up the grammar.
What she saying?
She clearing it up.
Nobody, it ain't the license shotgun on the Zuriah do it next. It ain't them.
No, it ain't them. It ain't them. Jay Burrows says the police know exactly where the guns are and who brings them in.
Who? Boy, Jay Burrows, be careful.
I don't. People just turn a blind eye. Jay Burrows, I don't know. Burrows, that's a little. I'm sure 3 of the 5 of you. Whoa. Jay Burrows, hold on, bro. Jay Burrows say, I'm sure 3 of the 5 of you know exactly who may have one also. Absolutely not. No, Jay Burrows.
We walking the wrong.
Beloved, no, sir.
I can find any water gun.
I don't even know how to find water gun right now. I got to travel to find them. I don't even know. Kelly's got them. Okay.
That's a free ad.
Super Sogo. Yeah. So Jay Burrows, you on your own, buddy. I give it you.
Yeah.
Radley Knowles.
Hey, Rad.
Rad say I saw a tourist couple park by the Jungle Club a few months back.
I want this to say. I hope this is the same tourist I was in.
Yeah. It could be the same. Yeah, which day all your parks by the Jungle Club? I need to find out which day. Radley, Kenyatta, and Ricky. I think the 3 y'all passed through the Jungle Club on that same day.
No, I scared to live in this country.
No, you scared.
No, I scared to live in this country. I scared to live in certain parts of this country. And if you want me to name them off here, I will tell you off here.
Now, Jay Burrows, I ain't reading this comment, but which guys know? I ain't fooled with that.
Yeah.
Because Jay Burrows, you trying to get me in trouble.
Yeah.
I can pick what I can read from Jay Burrows.
Yeah. Jay Burrows like he dangerous.
Yeah, he dangerous.
You gotta go on the other show, man.
Yeah.
You go on that show, the little ball head man who don't care.
Yeah. Jay Burrows just.
Oh, he care. Remember, he get Gary.
Jay Burrows just call a street name as to Western Dig.
Whoa.
Jay Burrows.
Be careful.
I
police all over you, Jay.
I ain't reading that.
I ain't even live in that area. What area is
I ain't telling you.
No.
I definitely not on the mic.
No.
So I know Jay Burrows, but you on your own.
Yeah.
I mean, the Airbnbs are all over. I don't feel. Okay, I gotta be careful. I ain't gonna
be careful. Just be honest.
No. That's why I be careful what I want to say, so I make sure I don't lie. That's why careful to make sure I don't lie, because I can be honest. Let me say this: this barbershop talk, and I intend people pastors call me. They say they listen to the barbershop talk show. Boy, Rev, you sound one of the boys. I am one of the boys.
Right.
That's why we do the show.
Right.
I don't go there with no caller. I am Pastor Denzel role, a member of the barbershop group.
Yeah.
So here's it. Y'all saw it. It was out there. I prayed at the home of one of the victim's mother last week.
Yeah.
I didn't tell this part off camera. Yeah. I jumped out of my car. Asked the lady across the street, can I park here? She said, go right. You right there? I said, no problem, sir. So I parked my car. I'm walking towards the house, adjusting my mask. I just left your house, your place of business, Mr. Kenyatta Taylor. Just left your place of business.
You sure?
The barbershop. Just left there. So I'm walking.
Like a little sauce there.
No, that was last week when I been to the place. Last week. I see what you're trying to do, but I ain't.
Oh, by the way. We talk about.
So anyway, so I am pulling up into the yard, gentlemen, and as I pull up into the yard, speeding through the corner is a white Honda. Speeding through the corner is a white Honda. I say, watch. I say, hold on. I start slowing down, getting towards his yard. The Honda slam brakes. I say, oh, shucks, Lord, what is this in here today? Help me, Jesus. Fellas, them busted open wide fast and come with the car. I said, Jesus, they got me. I say, Lord, they got me. Lord, they got me. I had come to find out this one of the nephews or family members or something because they pull up there. They get me. I ain't gonna lie. They get me.
They did.
You.
If they wanted you, they
Because I was just about to say I ain't scared to go nowhere.
Yeah.
But boy, they scared me that night.
You scared.
Last week Thursday,
Yeah.
when I pull up there, I mean, because they speed up in that yard. They speed up there in the road. And see the man, them turn the car off in the road.
No, that's their road. That's their road.
They leave the car on the road. They speed up, slam brakes in the middle of the road,
They angry at you.
bust the doors open.
So
And then they come, and then they come. They stand up in the yard. One get, you know, you see the man stand up in the yard and they hear like this. I say, jeez, what's going on? Like he just had yard fix like this, you know. He having a like this a bad time.
You know, yeah.
When you see him kind of look like that, you know that this ain't good.
Yeah.
So I went back in my car like I forget something.
Just to check stuff.
I go back in my car. I said, let me keep seeing you, man, there 45 seconds or so, 1 minute or so. So I go on in my car looking for something. I was looking for nothing, but I was trying to find it. I looked for something. I didn't take it in that park. I was too ashamed of that. But boy, I was like, hold on, let me see what these fellas are about to do. And I said, you know what? I tell the Fernando, Mary, Moxie, them, they mighty men of God, they could defuse that situation there.
You only got one bag, but
Before I come out of there. But anyway, but other than that, I ain't scared to go nowhere. Other than where I was yesterday, last week Thursday, and the car speed up on me. Other than that, I ain't scared. You scared to go anywhere, Burroughs? If you break down anywhere in the country,
No,
anywhere,
anyway.
you cool.
Yeah. I go in.
Man, you half Conky Joe, so you straight.
Yeah, and then they can say yellow, I can help you, you know what I mean?
You different.
No,
You half Conky Joe, you straight. Anybody you fool with.
they say yellow, you straight?
Yeah, that's where I do.
So Battle, you scared? You said if you break down certain areas of the country,
If I break down in Vauxhall, I scared. I break down in Gamble Road, I scared.
back up one bad.
I break down Anglican, I'm scared.
but you live in Cambridge, though. We live right in Cambridge.
Yeah, boy. That means I need to sprint. I gotta go.
Come on, man, Tito, man, I ain't like that, man.
What? All out.
You mean they like that?
Well, honestly, I am not, except for a speeding Honda. If ain't no speeding Honda coming to slamming brakes in front of me, I good.
Why gotta be a speeding under?
With a speeding guard.
A Honda. I get what y'all
The
say.
same reason
I
why.
say exactly what I say. I mean what I say.
The same reason why when you get on, you gotta go down there and get them. You gotta check that VIN numbers. The same reason.
Somebody tell me this one. Give me a Honda. I say no, keep that. I ain't no Honda.
You go buy a Mercedes, you gotta check it.
Oh.
Well, then you check it as you pull it off the lot. That's the thing you check.
No, I ain't want no Honda. That's right. You can't give me the Honda. I ain't want it.
Cubans do damage.
Yeah.
Cubans do the day.
I Cubes. Yeah, I heard that.
Cubans do the day.
That's what I heard too.
So the amount of time that
Yeah. Yeah, I saw my mom.
Oh, you have to do that now.
you got to do with the Cuban.
Oh, you check VIN on the Cube now?
You also the man. Every used car, you gotta check the VIN number. Not just cubes and Honda. So I stop that.
So you got to check VIN number on a used Mercedes.
On the used car.
On the used Mercedes.
No.
Any used
Used BMW.
as far as I know,
Okay,
every used vehicle that you're gonna transfer
I
in your
respect that.
name,
Yeah.
you need a VIN
I
inspection.
respect that, sir. Okay, fair enough. I respect it.
As far as I'm aware.
You need a VIN inspection?
Yeah, from on Thompson Boulevard. They gotta give you a VIN
I
inspection.
respect that. That makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
not just
Not
Honda
just a Honda
Secures. I stop
Secures.
that, man.
All right.
I don't think it's a VIN number that they check, and they actually checking the certificate of title.
No, but it's the VIN
Not
number.
just the VIN number.
You gotta get the VIN. In order for you to get a changeover in a used car,
Reno, help us,
That's
Reno.
under the old plate, eh?
no,
That's old plates.
you still need that.
Help us,
I
Reno.
don't know.
You need this. You need a certificate signed, and you need bill of sale, and you need the chassis check, inspection thing.
All right.
If it
So we can do with
used-
this crime, though.
Carlo, I know if it's all cars though.
I think all used
This
cars,
is what we can do with this crowd.
all second-hand cars
You work for the
that you buy locally, not if you import them.
No, I know what you mean, but
Yeah.
I don't know if it's all used cars. I mean,
Oh, crime starts at home. Okay, excellent.
We get on this road again.
He said crime starts, but I mean, I don't know where crime.
I don't know when you're all right, but when I was growing up,
That's
right?
where crime
I
starts.
grew up in Foxhill.
Uh-huh.
Dorset Street, Foxhill is where I grew up.
Right.
Now, if anybody been listening to the news lately, Dorset Street is now one of the hottest areas in Foxhill.
But you still
as,
get-
as it relate to.
No, he
Listen.
said he can still walk.
Yes, I still walk through there. I still walk through there. See, crime happened based upon opportunity. When I say if the fellow who they looking
let me
for,
pause a second. I was through Dorset Street, Foxhill. I had occasion to be there with my dear beloved friend, and I was outside for a moment. There was first I said, hold on, I know firecracker, that ain't no firecracker.
In the middle of the day?
And I was because they was doing something like going outside, and I busted inside. They said, "What happened, Ram?" I said, "No, I just come to be with the family."
Hey, one nigga dancing, boy. He is scared. He is scared to retreat, boy.
Go to call on.
Bro,
Put on your red robe. They gotta know the pastor coming down the hall.
I was
But
standing
they ain't looking for
outside.
Denzel. They ain't looking for Peter. They ain't looking for Carlo. They ain't looking for me.
Pop. I said, I go on inside. Let's pray, family. You remember that night? You remember that? No, you was in another place. You remember all that? You was inside. You remember that? You was inside. You remember that? That was inside.
When you came to when my
Yeah,
podcast, I heard it. Yeah, but ain't nobody else shoot that night.
Oh no,
They were just ringing off their shots.
Right, yeah.
That's what they do.
Oh, so that's regular for y'all. That's what y'all do?
That was in Dawson Street. That was
Hold on, that was
Sesame Street.
You tell me that's regular?
Pastor, niggas
That's
checking
regular
that.
now.
Make sure it's working.
That's regular now.
Listen, if you go to bed and you know we have to short something
Listen,
wrong.
let me finish my point, gents.
no, go ahead.
So you tell me that didn't bother you all when you had that was no thing to
That's
you all.
like birds.
When I was
that's like birds
growing
chirping.
up, the shots used to come from Step Street.
Right. So
That's the street behind Dawson Street.
right. So now it changed now.
I mean, the hangout is now Dawson Street. That's where the bar is. The new bar, the new hangout. That's the new hangout spot.
Hey, you don't gotta explain to me.
It used to be Step Street, and that's what happened when certain fellas was looking for certain fellas, and they saw them at that certain spot,
yeah.
and they saw an opportunity,
Yeah.
and that's what happened.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, you could be sitting down anywhere on Dawson Street.
Yeah.
If you're not a part of that small community of crime,
Yeah.
you're safe.
Anybody want you?
Nobody bother you. Nobody bother you. And like I was saying, Dawson Street was a street I grew up on.
Right.
But when I was growing up, after school, there was I lived in the yard where there was 12 apartments. We lived in number 8. Inside our yard, it's okay. I stay in that yard. If I go outside that yard, I go to the basketball court, Maria basketball court on Burnett Road. But Monday nights, I couldn't leave that yard. Tuesday nights, after school, I change, I get ready, I go to Scouts. My parents got me involved in a youth program, 12 Mamas Boy Scouts. Wednesday night, I stay in that yard. Thursday night, youth meeting. I'm involved in something else. Friday night, choir practice. The same fellas, those same fellas who got killed recently in Dawson Street, I grew up with those guys. Okay, but even though I grew up with those, I played with those guys when I had the opportunity. But my parents had me involved, and they kept me busy.
Did they go to Boy Scout
They kept me
or
busy.
anything?
In your mind, were they involved in those kind of activities as well?
No.
Ah.
But I asked you, did they go to Boy Scout or anything with you? Or they just was true to gone?
One of them went to Boy Scouts. They would hang out to the corner. When they hang out to the corner, they on the basketball court. When they're on the basketball court, they stay in that community. But idle hands produce what?
And I agree with you, but you know it's so funny.
Parents got to play such an important role in the upbringing of their children, and don't allow the streets, don't allow the company of their kids to grow up your kids.
And that's a
Don't
fair
let the
point.
streets grow up your
But
kids.
I will go back to something that's very interesting, and I don't want us in the room to miss this. There were gunshots ring off in the streets. And the gentleman I know, because you don't own no gun. No. Well, you may own a firearm to make it legal with. But I don't know you to be ringing off those guns in the streets. I put my head on top block. I know you ain't gun outside and no random Jews still anything and just letting your gun ring off. The fact that you so calm and cool and collected. Oh, it's just the guys. It's just the guys. What you mean, just the guys? So is that a normal occurrence? Mr. Ramsey, is that normal?
For him.
Mr. Brown, is that normal?
It is.
That normal?
Bro, I came inside. I was in the yard. I went inside the house.
Because we all move fast and like that. It's like that normal.
I tell you, that's like birds chirping.
Like
So if you wake up at Fox and you know we had 2 shots before lunchtime, something wrong.
That ain't normal.
It is no.
I thought he didn't hear it.
It is no
Apparently he
secret.
did hear it.
It is no secret that a lot of the so-called criminals or fellas that are engaged in criminal
No,
activity,
those so-called.
they are part of the urban communities.
Uh-huh.
And so if that's where they live,
Right.
and the guns is where they keep, if home is where they keep
Okay,
their guns on their home.
Okay, you have illegal.
Hold
you have-
on.
you have-
Let me finish my point.
Yeah.
Sometime. I'm finish my point.
It don't feel good.
Let me finish
It don't feel good to be interrupted. It don't feel good to be interrupted.
You want to do this now?
That is asking you.
Really want to do this right now?
Continue the point. Go ahead.
I don't even want to talk no more.
That's fine.
You just kill the vibe.
So, my good,
You sicken me.
that's fine. My good friend,
Yeah.
Kenyatta Taylor, right?
Yes, sir.
Grew up to Dorset Street or Fox Hill,
Right.
right? He grew up in the urban areas, and as far as I know, he don't have no illegal gun.
No, sir.
He don't be shooting bullets in the sky
No.
for breakfast, lunch,
Let's
and
do
dinner.
that. Apparently.
Of course, it's just, and I said earlier,
of course
the
you-
small minority is a small grouping of people that are involved in these activities.
What activities?
Everybody from the ghetto ain't involved in crime. Everybody from the urban community ain't involved in crime. There's a small percentage of people from the urban communities that are involved in crime.
Mm-hmm.
As any other community, you may have some fellas in West Winds.
No. You don't have no shots.
No, but they
being-
no. See, they different type. They're different type criminals.
No, that's fine. We ain't talking about the level of criminality. We talking about the very direct matter. We talking about the fact that the shots licking off. To where your friend come inside.
Denzel,
Yeah.
not Master, Denzel.
Right.
I can stop it now because this just don't make no sense. I just don't like what the speaker in on. This don't be called for. I can stop. I swear. Continue though. Continue. Yo, you finished now.
I done stick a fork in it.
No, anyway, I do agree with the point Kenyatta made about the programs or whatever the case is, getting these persons involved in something positive. But I don't know. I mean, do we see a light at the end of the tunnel?
No.
And you see a light at the end of the tunnel?
Yeah, I'm calling. I'm see sponsors for calling. I'm seeing this family. I do my best.
See, that's the problem with our
Yeah,
society
you
now.
talk. You got the problem all you want. I can do my best to raise my children the best way I know how, and pray for the best for them.
What about
I
what
can't
about
take
our-
on nobody else's responsibility. I ain't doing it. It ain't my responsibility. I'm responsible for who I bring into this world. Now, if something happened to somebody that's dead to me, and they have a child, and I decide to take that on me. But I can't take on Tom child, Jim child,
Nobody
Jane child.
asking you to take on
But
Tom,
you tell me
Jim.
that's the problem.
So as
You know what I want to say?
Yeah, you say that's the problem because I only respond. Because I say responsible for my family.
let me have
Here's
a
my problem with that, though, Carlo. So you taking care of your tree, which is fine, and that's what you're supposed to do. But your tree got to go out there in the world and deal with children who ain't being brought up the way your tree was brought
So
up.
what I supposed to do?
I mean,
Do
so
some community work
yeah, I
and
mean,
try to impact
you-
as much as you can.
right. You have
How
to-
much fellas sit in your barber chair, right? You cut from young to now, and then and didn't go to jail. I talking to Tito.
Careful.
I asking you. No, he's saying, hold on now, because you saying do community work, go road there. I am certain that you have mentor, you have talked, you have financially assist, you have helped in different ways, and some of those individuals still end up behind bars.
It's just a try, though.
So don't say it like that. Like once you help,
But
automatically.
you say you only went, but you.
Yeah, I tell you what I'm responsible for.
Yeah, but
I have help. I don't have a problem helping, but it ain't my responsibility. I ain't bring them children in this world.
You sure?
That's how I feel. Like you can like it or not.
so
What about your grandchildren?
But see, what about them?
See,
that's part of
see,
it.
see, that's the part. See,
That's part of your-
see, you can't do this.
let me hear this. Go ahead.
You can't do this, right? So let me tell you something.
Or Giano or your child, anyone them go out there and do anything, I feel responsible.
Listen to what I'm saying to you.
So what?
You gotta be responsible.
Who's responsible for what?
You stand Godfather for that.
And what I mean, I was out there committing the crime and they committed.
No, you gotta help talk to
I
them.
got to help talk to them.
Yeah, but you can talk. Everybody know what I'm saying. You can take a horse to water, but you can't make them drink. At the end of the day, right? I could sit down and I could have a conversation with your son, Denzel's son, Peter's daughter, Sean's son, and I can say, man, your daddy ain't like what you doing. You wasn't raised this way.
I mean, pause. You say I could or I should.
I could, right?
You don't think it's a should?
It depends on this. All right, let's say just say I can't have myself. Just say I should based on
We get you there clear. So
no.
let's do it.
I just say I should, right? based on, just say they do something. Let's say Jaden do something. I see Jaden do something in the schoolyard, right? And I say, Jaden, don't do this. Come on. Your mommy and your daddy, they make friends. I watch them raise you. I know how you raised. Just in the way that you're supposed to be.
That's a child.
Right? And I go back and I take Garfield. I had a conversation with Jaden because Jaden was doing something he wasn't supposed to be doing.
Right.
You know what Garfield does now? Garfield goes and say, I am disappointed in you. That's not the way that we raise you. You shouldn't do that. How much parents like Garfield?
Not much.
All right. Leave. 1 second.
Go ahead.
You don't tell me how to raise my child. You raise your own. Whatever my child do, and I feel like I need to punish him, I need to scold him, I can do that. But you don't do that. You don't tell me how to raise my child. And that's the majority of the parents, in my opinion. Now, it mightn't be in my immediate close circle, but that's how some of the attitudes of parents are. You cannot tell them how to raise their children before they'll feel some way about that.
I'm glad you qualified, and that's what I'm saying. I'm glad you qualified because your statements, was all of a me, my phone, no more. Yeah. And that's kind of a selfish kind of mindset. But now I understand. That's why I wanted you to explain it because I was getting ready to get you.
No, but come on, Abbas, you know better than that. I don't mean it. I don't
said it. So I
didn't mean it like.
So I need you to clarify
like that. So I did clarify it. And the thing about it is.
No, see,
but see, y'all say,
I go when y'all get me because I believe that. I believe exactly what y'all accusing him of believing. I actually believe it.
I totally disagree with. I said you're being duplicitous.
No,
because I didn't watch you with all kind of churn in the barbershop.
You watch me.
I watch you with all kind of churn in the barbershop,
and
you don't allow foolishness.
I don't. But there's how far I'm willing to go.
Now, my children come with my car with their report card to let Peter see. I said, who the devil is Peter?
Right. No, because
my children rush out the car to show Peter their report card. My children,
because
Pastor Denzel, who was make sure they do homework, who would pay their school fee. Right. They run out. I said, leave him in the car. No, we must show Peter. I said,
hold on. Because I've said to your children, as I said, you also see a lot of kids that I believe that education is important, and I believe if you are a child whose parent is bright, right? Educated and you bright
and skin color.
Look at you. Look at Peter again.
I mean bright mentally. I don't believe parents that are not mentally challenged, parents that are bright, should have children with bad report cards. And I believe, and I say it aloud, some of y'all parents with your children failing, you're lousy. No, they're lousy parents. They're lousy. You ain't doing enough as a parent because your child coming home with bad report cards that you would never have been allowed to come home with. And you sitting there being like, okay, well, they can get it or whatever. No, you lousy. But the point I'm saying is...
Yeah, let me at this point. Let me at this point.
When I was younger, my Grammy once told me, and she meant it, my love for you stop at the prison gate.
Okay.
You go behind that gate. Don't look for me.
Right.
That over.
Right.
And I always thought she was joking. I got in a little incident once. No, one little incident on a basketball court, one time the police come and pick all that stuff. The teacher's a lesson.
Right.
And I had to call home and tell her.
Where you was?
And you know what she said to me?
I told you.
No. What you calling here for? Ain't no help coming for you here. Whenever they let you go, just so you find your way to the court, you find your way home. And if it's past X hour,
you can lock out.
You sleep in the yard.
My mother's thing to us was don't waste your one phone call.
Yeah.
My mother's thing said don't waste a call. So if you get a lock up, please don't waste that one call. You need to call someone who can come for you. Don't call her. Don't call her.
You calling your for nothing.
Don't waste that call.
If you looking for bail money, it ain't coming. Nice growing up, my father told me, you go there, you have a child, you need to go do something to pay for that.
Right. See, that's where
I'll catch my grandchild on the flip side.
And that's where it all starts, like. You have to realize that a lot of people don't like to take accountability for their actions. And if you go out there as an adult and you decide that you could... Not only for their actions, but if we didn't even get to that. If you bring a child into this world, it is your responsibility to take care of that child and raise that child the way the child's supposed to be raised. By all means, in my opinion. Right? All legal means. We make sure, because you all like reading between the lines. By all legal means, you're supposed to take care of a child. So if you have to sell newspaper. If you got to wash car. The child is your responsibility. The child is not the community's responsibility.
Thank you.
If the community decide to give you a helping hand, then kudos to that community. But the community is not responsible for Garfield children, my children, your children.
Yeah, but and see,
I say a yes and no to that.
yeah.
If they choose to help out, right? Just say use a mother or a single mother and you work late nights.
Why use a single mother?
I just saying we are talking,
Peter, we ain't talking about that
right?
No, you don't want to. Why use a single mother?
I know he was getting there. I know Peter's in the corner. Peter like to turn the corner.
Peter, why relax?
Peter like to turn the corner, man.
Why use a single mother?
All right, then. All right.
Peter like to
Give me an
because they're
opportunity.
married. That's why.
Give me the opportunity to finish my statement. All right. If there's a single parent that has a job that requires them to work late,
Right.
and there's a family next door that says, hey, Denzel, you can leave little Danny with me while you're awake. We come for him in the morning to get him ready for school and this and that. Because I know you have to wake and it's only you in the house. And they choose to help you with that, then kudos to that particular individual, that particular family.
Doing a good job.
They don't have to do that. They ain't obligated to do that. Your obligation is
you.
to make preparations for your child. If you got to pay a nanny or try to buy the Grammy or carry him here or carry him there, whatever the case may be, that's your responsibility. I said,
Yeah, no, but Carlo, that's so I can be honest. I think that's where we falling down as a society. Like you don't like people don't even like back in the day. You couldn't. Okay, Daddy them used to tell you a story. If Daddy them live on Marquis Street, they used to go to Sac, so they had to drive their bike. If they get in trouble between Sac and Marquis Street, they hiding that because if they ma or pa find out, they get in trouble.
Garfield, how long ago that was?
So this was this what I'm saying. So
We trying to change the rules?
Yeah.
It ain't us.
Yeah, see, you just wrong for getting
Sorry,
caught.
sorry.
So this is what I'm saying. So now some people live in a community and don't even know their neighbor. They walk out their house, they don't say good morning, they don't say good afternoon. So you can't have
Your co-workers do that.
Oh boy.
Go ahead.
Carlo, so if you see TJ on the park smoking dope, you don't go on me and say TJ on the park smoking dope. You know TJ smoke dope.
No, I think he's established that he will do that. But I think what Garfield is lending to is even the wider discussion. Because what, let me say this, my wife is in awe of the fellowship of the barbershop. She's in awe of that because she would, when we have different activities, and watch the children. Because if my children anywhere around any of these brothers, that's their children. So she watches that and sees that and like she's in awe of that. When they go to baseball, barbershop children, that's all our children. And everybody treats them that way, and that's cool. That's wonderful. But I think it's beyond that circle. I think we have a responsibility, and I ain't gonna make this one of my preacher shows, but I think this wasn't just Christian; it was just community. It's the sense of community that like we have a responsibility to provide that safety network and to ensure that we have the fact that what you said about that parent who you can't make that comment to, that speaks to what we're doing so bad. That speaks to the downfall of society. That you don't have parents like you could say to me, and if you don't say to me, that can be a problem. If I hear Carlo was there when Danny's doing nonsense and Carlo ain't report to me, that's a problem.
But we grow to that though.
Yeah, but I'm saying the fact that we can't, that Mr. Johnson in the barbershop, who we don't know personally, but we see the child from the barbershop, we should be able to do that to Mr. Johnson. Or to Shaniqua, who's bringing her son to the barbershop. We don't know her. We have no relationship with her, but we know that's her son. We should be able to say that to her. Listen, that boy was acting the fool. And we shouldn't get by that. The fact that we're losing that sense that we can have that kind of accountability as parents with children, I think that's pointing to the downfall of society.
But that's how I feel it. That's how I feel it.
What happens if I beat Lil CeeLo?
Now let me say this. I don't agree with this idea. He could discipline my children because he's embraced my children.
But if you don't embrace him,
If you've never embraced my children,
you can't hit my
you are not qualified.
He's saying
You ain't qualified.
I agree.
Everybody's looking for everyone's children.
Because we embrace.
I would be so mad. Y'all can tell me y'all ain't deal with that situation. I have to come up. Me and you can run for it.
Yeah, but that's see, but Steve,
But that's the
Tito,
embrace first. That's the embrace.
But some people say I have a problem with that.
Fix
Tito,
play the mic
Tito.
cable. I can't hear you.
Mike,
do it.
you can't
No,
hear.
adjust the table and the cable up top there because I can't hear too much of that. Something happened. I can't hear you, Scott.
Or talk into the mic.
Yeah, something. No, I still can't hear you. Yeah. Can you hear that, Marisha? No, I hear that mic there. But I see. I think we got to establish that now. This idea that random beating thing now. You can't just randomly. I'm random meaning that you don't have no relationship. I think relationship is not important. It's mandatory. Is you
But hold on now. On that too, right? But if you want to beat your one chicken in yours,
Yeah, you can't beat my.
where you getting my turn? And no.
so if you don't beat your children, you can't beat mine. I don't care how much. I don't care how close we is. I don't care how close we is. If you don't beat your children, you can't beat mine. You call me and let me deal with my children.
Right.
Yeah. I ain't beating nobody's children.
I ain't beating your children, but I
got a conversation with them. I pick them up and drop you and bring you home.
Yeah.
But I ain't gonna beat you. I ain't beating nobody's children. No, I ain't beating Leslie. I ain't beating Leslie. No. I
See,
get
I
beating Leslie.
see, but
Let me tell you.
Only how one bit of the sea.
No, I
tell you.
ain't beat her, but she can't leave until Carla reach. No, you lock up. She lock up.
Yeah.
She lock up.
I know.
No, it depends. If what I see is warrant to cut hip, trust me. You hear the song "Pass Me Not, Oh Gentle Savior"?
Who's the one beating in this room?
I not your children.
I know.
I know around the room. And the closest person boy beat him is be Sean, be next.
Oh, Ice beat.
Oh, not little man. You beat mama them boys.
Because you ain't never seen me beat little man. That because you ain't never
I
seen
ain't
me.
referring to your son as that little boy, Carlo. I like that.
I say,
What he say? What he say with that little boy?
Wait.
Oh, I thought you was implying that the little boy rude.
Oh,
Whether that's his hand or not, you tear him up. Because when you tear it up, you gotta get tear up.
No. Let me let y'all know now. I know all y'all children.
Yeah.
If I see them in a situation that is warrant a nice spanking, cut it,
Yeah, you did it.
I will bring the foxel on them.
no. You did the fox it down on it.
That's why I got his fox. You don't bring the fox.
You don't bother with that.
So that's why I think.
No, you can't. No. I don't want St. James Road everywhere. You
Go ahead.
No, none of that. Shirley Street, none of that. Nothing. No, I don't have a problem with you disciplining my children. You can't beat them.
Yeah.
But that's why I think it depends on the parent too, though, Carlo.
But I tell you,
Like, I feel like-
if y'all ain't sure, then he make sure y'all sure.
Yeah.
Don't,
No, I sure.
don't beat
I know.
my child. It could be a problem.
No, I know.
Yeah, it could be a problem. Don't do that.
Like,
No, man. Y'all can discipline them, have a conversation with them, and call me and let me deal with that.
I
Don't
feel
beat my children.
with Peter and Tito. Like they say, you best me up.
Hey.
Carlo, sorry, boss. First thing you said.
No, go ahead.
Carlo is a part of that small community. He's a part of that small community of parents that say, "Don't touch my children."
But at least I ain't saying you can come to me, though. You can talk to me. You can tell them you can tell me what they do. You can tell me how you discipline them, how you talk to them, whatever it is. Or like you say, you can put it in the car and tell her she can't move the daddy reach.
Right.
Or you get a little man and drive him straight home to me and tell me and let me deal with them. But you, Denzel, Garfield, Sean, Peter,
Right.
Tito, no.
So I can't put him in the headlock. I ain't beat him against this whole limit.
Now the girls.
Yeah.
The girls. No, that's what I said. No, the girls. The girls. No, I with you. The girls. No. I'll tear up little man.
I don't know why you're so fascinated on beating myself. You ain't
Jane, I'll tear Jane up too. Seth, Danny, any of them.
And listen, certain people Jaden ain't blame it. Like Sean, he done say that. He ain't fooling with Sean. And with Sean,
So Sean, tell you what you do, because he always bothering me. So
Yeah.
I need to know. You only consider this as Leslie. No, when you get a little PJ, I will be out of doing saying you'll keep the same.
You better tear him up.
I done put the fair garden, Jaden.
When he rude, you better tear him up. That's what you're supposed to happen. You better tear him up. You catch him in the streets, does up. You better tear him up. Tear him up. A society can tear him up. Don't cloak no. Listen, that's part of our problem.
No, Jaden. I don't think he's afraid of me.
Yeah.
His fear of me is like a fear of reverence.
Okay, he understand.
Respect.
He understand.
But he loves me.
Absolutely.
We have a good relationship.
Absolutely. But he knows how far to go.
oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I got a message that says, "Amen." Not them. That means don't beat them. And when you talk to them nicely.
Is that your amazing wife who said that?
No, that's the ground.
Let me tell you something.
You know what I mean?
Grammy, your Grammy's getting weak.
You
So-
just fine. The girls get put in the car until daddy reach.
So I get a message.
Yeah.
Behave yourself.
Yeah.
The community is not responsible.
That's from your wife.
The community. No, listen to me. I totally agree with the community responsible.
I feel they have a
But
responsibility.
but people you know, I believe should step up, because I will tell you, and all your children know, whether you all know I don't tell your children or not. If I see them doing something,
I don't think they mean the wider community. I think they mean the community of persons that they have a relationship with.
But
Because
that,
nobody want no stranger.
but Sean, with that, right? Like I said, like if we have formed a friendship, a relationship, it ain't hard for us to discipline each other, children, or have the conversation
Right.
with me or with you, or vice versa, right? But I mean, the call a spade is very difficult. You walking up to a strange parent to give them a negative report about their child. Everybody is not receptive to that type of conversation. Either they are going to feel some type of way and become instantly defensive, and the conversation is going to spew, or they're going to hang their head in shame and walk off. It ain't very rarely you can see, oh, thank you so much, I don't get this anymore, this and that. And going back to your point, that's going to say, the days of our parents or our grandparents that did those kind of things, I used to hear the stories too. By the time you walk from Peardale to Marquis Street, if you throw a rock on Wolf Road, by the time you get Marquis Street, you getting spanking because I know you threw the rock, Miss Jane, and tell me that, right? But this way we fall off. My daddy didn't care as much as his daddy. So certain things that I get to get away with, he couldn't get it away with. And it keeps going down and down and down and down and down. And that's just the thing that Tito say. Grandparents let their grandchildren do almost any and everything. And you sit down and you say, well, 12 years when I was 14,
Right.
I couldn't do that.
Right.
Or when I was 13, I couldn't do that.
They get old.
But Grammy them so comfortable. It's like, oh, just leave the boy. He don't
Yeah,
want
got the
eat.
energy.
He don't want to eat the chicken. Go cook him a steak,
something, yeah.
or go cook him a piece of fish, or whatever it is. But growing up, if Grammy got big feet, bro, you can eat that big feet, or you go to the bed hungry,
Oh yeah.
and they ain't care.
But I'll tell you what they tell me. They tell me, and I guess not. And they say trading ain't their responsibility. You raise. That's my responsibility.
Right.
There's the grandparents. They here to do the loving, and they ain't here to say no. That's
Right.
your responsibility.
But that goes back to my point. The point is, it's our responsibility as parents, as an adults, that bring children into the world to take care of them, and any help, it's our responsibility. It is your responsibility. If you bring a child into this world, Peter Wilson, it's your responsibility to take care of that child.
you sure?
You asking me if I sure?
I am asking you 100% sure.
It is your responsibility.
It is.
Not everybody is doing it, but it's still your responsibility.
Well, will you ask why crime is the way it is? Or someone ask crime is the way it is, and that's the reason right there.
I don't think so.
Okay.
Yes.
See, you cannot.
You know your son don't work. How he buy that furniture? You know your son don't work. How he pay the light bill?
You don't gotta shout, Tito.
Because they can't hear me on my golf.
We can hear you though.
Look, come to the mic. Let me see something. I think we may have it now.
Mic check.
Yeah, I don't.
We got you back now.
That's why I did
What?
some
Yeah, we got you back.
See, that goes back to a show we did, I guess, back when we was running strong.
Right.
And we was talking about
Are we stronger now?
a product of it.
We're stronger now.
A product of our environment.
Yeah.
Right? I don't believe in that. I don't
You
believe
don't believe in what?
a product of our environment. I don't believe because you
Explain it.
all right, not because you go up in Camp Road and you went to the government school and your
Okay, I got you.
and your
Okay.
neighbor is sell drugs, or your neighbor is a gangbanger,
Got
mates,
you.
you
Your
supposed to
environment
be
ain't necessarily the
gang
place
banger.
where you. When they say a product of your environment, they ain't
So you also just
necessarily.
determine y'all just keep on cutting off one another.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
no
that's
problem.
it,
All
because you
That's
live
what
in
this was trying to
Fox.
establish that.
They talking about the neg. You are a product. If you grow up in a negative. Yeah. Listen.
Now you all believe me.
You know what, Carlo? I'm sorry. Finish back. I apologize.
See what I asked earlier. But anyway, like I was saying,
I apologize.
yeah, man, everything going. We done used to that though. We used to that. We used to that.
But Sean is doing so strong though. See, the thing about it is when you. But Sean, when I was just talking,
He's gonna get me. See, man. I'm not saying it's me. I just gotta level it out because they can
So,
lose it.
Carlo, let me ask you a question. If your child You getting problem in school, always in the office. Outside of school, you always getting locked up.
Hold on,
You gotta go to
wait,
station.
hold on, Tito. Let me, and Pastor, quantify what I'm saying to you. Not because you live in this area or you are around these things means that you're supposed to be. That's what you're supposed to do. That's how you are going to end up. I'm not saying that those that end up that way, it's still a problem, but not because you in that environment that means you are automatically going to end up that way.
Sure.
That's why I say not everybody's a product of their environment, or people should not be. That's what I mean. So like when you're in the hood, you don't have to be hood. You don't have to be that way. Huh?
God is awesome.
How many folks?
No, I grew up in the hood and I hood. I just ain't violent.
Sean ain't nothing hood but you.
Sean, you heard. I don't even.
I heard.
Don't use them locked.
Sean,
That ain't even right because you get a fair every other week.
Very
Sean
good. Very
got
good point.
society like Rowdy Police.
Sean ain't nothing but Sean Hood.
Okay.
Except his Honda vehicle going in the bathroom.
He didn't start on the way.
And he did rather police too, though.
He rather police it.
He's rather police.
This fellow was 19 and he had a what the car was?
Dynasty.
Yeah.
Must be 19 of a dynasty.
Yeah, that is.
Pimps.
You 19 of a dynasty?
The show that's going off the rails.
Sean, you have a white and hold on, it wasn't a black
It was a
dynasty.
white
It's
dynasty.
a white dynasty.
At 19 years old.
No
The
rims.
name of that dynasty was
But
Katina. Katina, baby. A dynasty, White Dodge dynasty. Her name was Katina. Don't you ever address Katina like that again.
When that fella get that black on, that's the best thing you ever do in life.
I remember the White Dynasty. What about a White Dynasty?
I know. When I had the White Dynasty, Denzel never used to want driving me. When I got the small jam up Honda, he was in the front seat all the time. Foot all over the
You
dashboard.
know why? Because apparently, which continue was a bad boy.
Absolutely. Yeah, very. I had somebody speak to me one time and said, "You and can y'all tell your friends?" I said, "Yeah." You sure? A young lady said to me one time, I said, "Why you out?" I said, I know him. We ain't like that. I said, I know him, but we ain't like that. There's so many comments we missed out here. Let me try to get them out. Jamar, this is an interesting comment. That once you are in, it's very hard to get out. And I think he's talking about that whole environment and crime thing. Jamar, if you're still there, explain that comment. I'm trying to. It's so many comments. I can't get all of you. I'm gonna try to get you in as we keep on going. Because if I read all these now, I will be at it for the rest of the show reading comments. Paulie jump on Carlos. Say, they call you Carlos. Carlos, what happened to it takes a village to raise a child? Yasmin says, this is what we have lost as a country, the community-minded individual. So we've lost that. And that's an educator, senior educator. Julianne says, sometimes the parents are the problem. Most times, Julie. Daddy said his sons took care of him. He hadn't worked in years. Men their age can't financially carry that load, honestly. Carlo, this Shandy. Both Tito and Sean did a great job with children in the barbershop over the years. Oh, that's so nice. I'm Shandy. It takes a village to grow up children today. That's my 6 cents.
Thank you, Shandy.
Yasmin says again, it's not just finance, it's time and impartation that these children are lacking. Ricky comes again. What is this going after Carlo? Ricky says, it takes a village approach has been kicked out to the detriment of the entire country. A great percentage of us at some stage got to a place where we can't reach our child that is in a place or phase that is detrimental to their future. Oh, I see his point that there's sometimes that we get to a place where we can't reach our children, our own children. There's a place. Now, I've seen it.
Agreed, right?
Where I've had this happen several times where fathers got upset because their children came to me. And I said, that's something to get upset about. I mean, there's probably going to be a time when one of my children can say something to Peter and say, no, I don't tell daddy.
Right. Yeah.
And I got to accept that.
That's fair enough.
One of my children? Oh, I would say, hold on, wait a minute. You can cause fight them on tonight. My children could be and I ain't. But so that's already happened with your children. That they've gone with Tito to Peter. And I think and that's the community concept. And that's why I say you can't lose that. No. You can't lose that. Now, the thing about it is that there are these kind of groupings all around the country. If we start taking them seriously, we can affect the whole nation. if we could create these kind of groupings, and someone made a comment just earlier about the godparent thing. If we start treating it like how we treat this, we'll have a great impact in the country. With these small, I mean, even if we stay within this community right here.
People that stand with you and they only stand there look good and take picture.
I'm trying, as a pastor, I try to stop that. Like, stop picking these people just to stand up here and take picture and eat food.
I go on a limb and say this. Like you say, they may take me off of this. I feel as if a large majority of parents is pick the ones that they perceive to be financially stable to be godparents, not the ones that are morally stable. They pick them for the wrong reason.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Michelle says, Carlos, I'm of the opinion that if you are a trusted person to me, you have permission to discipline my children. It takes a village, and we really need that village to return to assist with rearing the children.
Some of y'all is abusers, though.
I mean,
You see, I don't think they got it. Let me speak for Carlos. Carlos said y'all could discipline them. You could talk to them.
Yeah.
You could stand them in the corner.
Yeah, you could put them in timeout.
You could put them in timeout, but don't put no
Don't raise your hand. Don't raise your hand.
Because
That's
and the
what
reason
Carlos
why
said.
because see Carlos so nice, he don't want to say it. Some of y'all is abusers. Some of y'all have demons that when y'all get beat, y'all get then you're trying to bring back.
But Peter, see, all right, everybody on me, but this thing is a village thing, right? I don't know everybody like commenting, but this is my thing. If we be,
they're more after you. I get all of them. They're more people.
yeah. So if everybody be transparent, right? If everybody be transparent, those people, even the people in here, we are only comfortable with the people that we know doing these things. You're not
a village. That's a village.
It's not going to be, but they make it sound like everybody. I didn't say this is my village. This is part of my village.
When you first spoke, you didn't say this village.
No, but you told us
said
this
that's
village
what
right
you
here.
I just said y'all can't beat my children. That's what I said. Y'all can't beat my children. I said, I stand by that. It doesn't make no difference.
No. Listen to me.
At the village,
You telling me you prefer me not to beat your
Yeah, I
children.
lie, but
Don't tell me
Sean.
Don't tell me I can't beat your children.
Sean, let me tell you something.
Because I beat your children, I beat you.
Sean, you 40 plus with a bad back, baby. But let me tell you something. We'll go to war, buddy.
I'm a boxer. I know where you from.
That's a pop. I apologize, Mr. Taylor.
You know how they go and Fox in this fight kind of village, right?
I apologize.
like nothing.
Like it's no issue.
But see, the thing about what Garfield made mention of, right? It wasn't people that were in their immediate circle. It was just people that knew who you were.
But they were still. I think it was still like what we have now. They were still known. That was still part of the community, like a village.
Because they know it. Like, boy, you was Burrow's son? Yeah, sir. This time you don't even know the man from Adam. You would never see him by the house. He ain't never been to a family function. He don't work with your daddy, but he know who you is. Oh, you Burrow's son? Come here, boy. Pick up the phone. Call Mr. Boss. Hey, I get a son.
Let me ask you
I grew up in the community. I grew up in the community setting right at Angleton there in Bombay Street. People knew what I can tell your daddy, but they ain't gonna come beat me now.
Right.
They ain't gonna put no race on hand.
Denzel dude's bigger than the parents. How they can beat you? So that's fun to Lewis son. He need to get cut it, but I know who gonna do it.
But then see this the ball up. See, certain parents like legendary beaters. The man he on the verge of abuse beating.
Join the club. My daddy too. I used to get beaten in the road.
So people used to be concerned, but telling my daddy what I used to do. I used to feel so.
They used to tell me, come in. Hey,
So sometimes,
John, come in, boy.
Sometimes, because I remember this woman say, I should tell Peter, but I ain't gonna tell Peter because I know Peter's carry on, and I don't think this right here gonna be worthy of what Peter can do.
So they looking out for you.
Yeah.
So
I look at her and I say,
the principal.
Let me read some more comments. David, a good one. I can get my.
David,
I can get you back. This is a very good one.
David Longley?
David Longley, yes, that's actually a good one. That's a good one. David says,
No jokes.
David says, nowadays there are people who live in a community for 4 years. For years, and don't even know their neighbors. See, that's part of the problem.
That's what I tell you.
That's a very good point, Damien. That's a good one.
Problem.
That's a major part of the problem that you go in these communities, you don't even know the people around the community. And I ain't lie, I was getting there. I can be honest. The other day, I see it because Danny getting a little cool now. So Danny just go on. I said, "Where you going again to the neighbors?" But I said, "See about where you get."
But Pastor, that's the thing. So Danny Gurn, and you don't know who Danny Gurn do.
Ooh.
Gotta know.
Yeah, I know. I just started to fix it. I fixed it now because I feel bad. I said, "But where you get?" But you know who started? Your child. The neighbor right next door there.
See, because I taught my son to be neighborly.
No, your son was doing darkness because your son got to my house. He tell me that next time I know he gone.
This your good godson.
My good godson. I say, boy, where you been? Oh, right, I'm 2 doors down the house to get on basketball court and I say, boy, but you ain't tell me where you gone. He said, that's your neighbor. I said, you know him? Yeah, he's my friend. I said, he's your friend now? Yeah, he's my friend now. I said, no. So you gonna corrupt from that time your son being there, corrupt my son now. My son out the house gone. The other day I see
my son was teaching your son to be friendly like Mr. Rogers.
I say, bro, next time let me find out from me where you get it. Might get the invite cool with that operation on there.
Exactly.
You know,
it's not all operations.
I ain't inside of every operation.
But
No,
see,
it ain't go inside.
it depends on the individual, right? So right in the neighborhood where I live, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 houses, 7 houses, 7 immediate houses.
Be careful
Everybody,
Be careful now.
even in houses,
Yeah.
is communicate. Like on a Sunday, if you go outside, all the kids playing basketball or riding bikes or whatever it is. You have 3 more houses.
Yeah.
That's in the immediate area.
You make me feel bad.
The people even come outside. They don't come outside.
Yeah, that's ice them.
They don't come outside. you see? So
ice them people.
Yeah. What? But see, what you say right there, your village.
Yeah.
But you won't try to be a part of the village.
I see Breeze and Bobby Street. Now, where is now? I don't have village. I take them out. I carry them to the village in Bobby Street.
Where they know.
Where they know.
But you gotta get to know where you is too.
I know. I step by step. Where there.
But you don't been in the Ralo.
Why you got my slippers in? Why you on the street?
That's why I gotta get y'all because y'all always getting me. But the thing about this, we have 3 houses. The people looking outside for truth. Like they don't come outside. You don't even know what is be going on. But everybody else around the neighborhood, they'll come outside, play ball, hang out. They'll bring their little cooler, sit in the yard and talk.
But I'm not a neighborhood and come to me and ask me borrows a make. So I guess that makes it.
You going back the ball something else from him?
No.
Hold on, let's slide.
So that was the problem. That was the problem for me.
This is during curfew. Go with it.
They get no. So they make a cake and they short on that. Hold on. I leave that. I know I leave that.
What does it mean, Denzel? I ain't glad you.
I ain't coming for this.
1 second.
I ain't come here for this.
I comfortable with it.
No, I have a problem with that.
No, you can't. I have a problem with that, Pastor.
I look forward to stuff like that because
But I know what you better know.
I talking now.
Because you don't even know me. This
You live next door.
This introduction.
You live next door.
I won't bake a cake. I see someone this evening. This luxury.
No,
You
you supposed to cherish those moments, Bishop.
cherish?
Yeah.
Why you don't have no egg?
I hear Paulie them listening. Paulie them, everybody talking to Pastor, but him not trying to be a part of this village.
Why you don't have no egg?
No, I got to
gotta listen.
No.
I remember growing up. That was the everyday.
Because you growing up with them, I don't know. You say you come with egg. What's our life?
No, the neighbors growing up. Go next door, get some sugar, get some egg, get some butter.
Hey, I sure he got egg in there.
No, I was no. You pray for me. I working on it now.
Pastor, that day I had no dog food. Dog food place. I gone across to borrow some dog food.
Come on, you might get on Tito.
I don't know, man.
You don't want no dog. You don't want no dog food, man.
I asked the neighbor to borrow some dog food. Get some dog food. Yeah,
Dog food?
I want dog food.
I just type in the group because I like that.
I can be honest with you. You get bold. You get bold.
You see that type in the group? I had a problem with that. Because I had what y'all have to over there. I had a problem. I had a problem with that.
Yeah.
Now, is that a problem now that I've explained?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Listen,
It was. I would Tito. It was.
listen to me. It was always a ball. And now it's even a greater ball.
Why?
Why you don't have no egg?
What you get? I run short.
Then you run to the store.
That's what I was saying.
It isn't always convenient to go to the store, Peter.
They do not have an egg in my brother.
So Peter, BBL never knock on the door, none.
Don't get me a BBL.
See,
But me and BBL,
But
BBL,
I-
but you all know, me and BBL have that kind of relationship.
So
you're coded that though.
I have finished.
So
I finished food items in BBL oven.
So then the same neighbor, this is last summer. They said, boy, we was in the yard. They said, man, I really miss going in the pool to swim.
Yeah, BBL trying to move in your house.
I'm trying to figure out What are you saying to me?
DW and you invite them over.
You saying I ready to swim in the pool.
Hey, you used to swim in that pool, and you have yet to extend your hand of mercy.
And the only thing left, so I don't get egg. Now next the pool, the only thing left
He warming up. He warming up.
if you would have cut that TV
See,
out, for me to
You
lay
gotta
off.
pass the fence. You gotta pass the fence to get to the pool.
I say, hold on, man. Hold on, man. Slow
And
down.
now when you sleep, they don't see the light on the big boy. They wait to look.
I say, hold on, man.
So, Pastor, you realize that you could probably, if they have a child, have the conversation, the child and steer a child on the straight and narrow.
Oh, I got it. I got it.
So you got, you have to, that's what.
No, I ain't get the pool.
That's no, I ain't the pool. But I mean, the egg thing ain't a big deal.
No, the egg, no, hold on.
It ain't a big deal.
The egg can open the door to the pool.
egg didn't-
I can open the door to
Let me
the.
tell you why the egg thing is a big deal. You over there.
So hold on, Peter.
Peter
Peter just say he finished food in BBL oven, right? You didn't knock on the door the first time and say, hey, listen, put this in your oven. Y'all get to that point. In order for DW and
I get it.
and Denzel to get to that point, you got to start the door. Let me go and do it.
Now see, BPL more than likely listen. That's right, because me people have this conversation. It's so far to go. No problem.
See,
Understand? I finished my roast in BPL oven because
You on the gas?
I ran out of gas.
You read up the word from talking to the mic. Except that's in the thing.
I run out of gas.
But hold on.
Go ahead.
Everybody ain't got to know where you live, but I sure a gas company like less than 10 minutes away from you. Why ain't got them?
Why didn't I have the 100 of that?
So the same reason why DW we ain't run to the corner to get the egg.
No.
That's good enough.
No. But this what I can explain to you. If you short on something that's small,
gentlemen, 1 second. I have to clear up something here because see, I don't ever get on this young man when he comments on the show, but now you're getting fresh.
Let's stay a minute, get it.
No, Anva Moxie said we must focus.
What we doing?
No,
We ain't focused?
This is what the barbershop is do. One
second. Tito,
David Anva Moxie, for me, please.
No, you getting disrespectful, boy. You don't make me have to put on my helmet and shoulder pad. I have to come out there and deal with you.
Please stay with Mr. Anva Moxie. We must focus all on this barbershop talk.
We sporadic like that.
I don't know. No barbershop conversation is focused.
What is Anva?
ask if he was a victim of crime. If he touched him, he would get back to that. sometimes that's what it is.
What is Anva talking about?
Yeah. So you guys say he started doing self-defense too after he was a victim of crime?
I honestly believe that. And he gone fighting professionally and still get beat up.
Why you got it? I was not gonna go that far. Your side is too far, man.
He's getting beat up as a non-professional and gonna get beat up as a professional. Who just be getting beat up? I don't know.
I don't know how we get it. Anva, I apologize. Anva, I didn't be fit to go that far. If I knew it was going to go that far, Anva, I would have.
I advise you, Anva.
Stop fighting. Eat some meat.
Anva, I apologize. I totally
Sean
apologize.
going straight around.
I'm serious, but how you get there?
Hey, my deal, just like you.
Yeah.
Damien say first it was. I like David comment. First it was be egg and be egg. Next it can be sugar. Then out of the blue they won't borrow your TV. It got to stop somewhere.
Yeah, no, stop. No.
Damien,
Wait till they get to the TV then. Wait.
Oh, no, it ain't TV. Then it can be. Listen, the PPL come in a couple minutes. My light bill is short. I need drop card. I need something.
Oh, you can run a job gun in the back where you live.
I need something to put on the bill. I need couple.
You can run a job gun in the back where you live. They'll put you out.
I don't know.
No, I can tell you.
It doesn't even matter.
I got found the back there. You run drop card in the back there, you'll be out.
Make sure it's green.
Make sure it's green.
The star on the big one.
Them neighbors report that situation. You got
Listen, man.
That's why I love my neighbor.
Let me tell you, that's the toughest place. That's the toughest community to get in.
Oh,
That right there, I done been almost all. That's the toughest one to get in.
he running a Gambino.
They want 2 for my ID, your license plate number, and 2 on
You creating the false narrative concerning passenger,
the
right?
in the car.
and your liver. At Sabla, your liver.
What? But it's so hard to get in back there.
Yeah.
I'm place that way.
Take it easy.
Yeah.
I don't like where it's good, so let's change the conversation. All right. So anyway,
I don't get in the back by you too. The gate is beat
I go
off.
on to tell him. That's why you
You gotta shout, Sean!
Oh, I want to say, I think it's harder to get where he is than where I
The
is.
security's be sleeping.
Negative.
I think it's harder to get where he is than where he is. So anyway, let's leave it right there before they find out where he is.
Exactly.
Anyway, so we need the community to build to help bring up the church. We ain't gonna move from that. You need the community, but it is not the community's responsibility to raise your child.
And
I
some of
think both can be true.
Yeah,
I
and
think
some of
both are
y'all
true.
need to do a better job of taking care of your criminal children. Or y'all scared that some of these parents has raised criminal children. They need to take care of their criminal children.
Oh, Jesus.
They children are criminals. And I agree with the officer who come and say y'all need to stop cloaking criminals because that's what y'all doing. You cloak criminals. Your son don't have no job. How you have money?
All right,
How you pay bills in your house?
I'm my concern.
someone is rebuking me, so I can read it. Just make sure. Paul Johnson said, Bishop, roll your neighbor needing egg is not a big deal.
Thank you, Polly.
If you have it, give it, Bishop. The Lord bless you, Polly.
Thank you. Where to get him, Polly?
The Lord bless you, Polly. You see, I read your comment. I ain't scared of your comment. The Lord bless you.
Only BBL can ask you for
If
it.
the neighbor come asking for bread, would you give him a stool?
No. If my neighbor can't eat at night or they get bread, you baking a cake? No, that's luxury. That's not a need.
Yeah. Okay, you don't have to make that.
You don't gotta bake that cake.
But they already waste the flour, the sugar,
Make pancake.
nutmeg.
Carlo, you was the
Vanilla?
chef in here. Let me ask you.
Make some
When
Johnny
you
cake.
go- when
Johnny
go-
cake. You don't know
when
for
go-
that.
When you go to bake that cake, what's the first thing you look for?
No, I've done it before. I started a big market when you realize I had no way.
All right, fair enough.
That's
All right.
fine,
So
it's
my
fine.
boy's a chef, so he's
But you could have made that without you. But then you could pull it off.
Yeah,
It ain't gonna be the best, but you can pull it off
Yeah.
without the egg.
But I got asked two of my neighbors' face, and if they ain't get none, then I can decide if
All you gotta do with that cake is just make that Johnny cake instead. You don't need no egg.
So you would ask to
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something.
Fair enough.
You know how difficult it is for someone to knock on your door
how much pride they dig in.
and ask you for egg?
No, it ain't difficult.
No, let me tell you something. The fact that they knocked on your door and asked you for egg, water, biscuit, or whatever it is, tells me that they really, really, really
I
hold
get asked for
you,
a phone charger once,
hold you to be a very nice.
I could do
individual.
that.
and the person
A phone,
and
a
the,
phone charger.
and the
I can do that.
And the person, and we were
Pastor, you like eggs, eh?
No,
Yeah, you like eggs.
No, you
Egg,
I can't hear you,
want
Mauricio.
bake a cake.
What's the problem with baking a cake? All right, that's the problem. Did they bring you a piece of that cake?
But I didn't bake it. They had no egg.
Oh, you don't have any egg? You don't give them the egg?
That's neither here nor there.
Pastor telling me we need that no egg.
no boss.
I did not answer that. I did not say
you
that.
don't
That's neither here nor there. That's all I said.
That's what he said. You don't need to get into where that person at that part.
That have nothing to do with
That have
you.
nothing to do with you.
I ain't lying.
But Pastor,
I knock on your door asking for some egg. You better give me some egg, buddy. Because that was hard for me to do.
but listen, if I know,
That was hard for you to do.
If I making a cake, right, and I ask you for egg, after the cake done bake, I cut a piece of it and you say thank you.
No, I'll be honest with you.
If you don't want, I can throw it away, but I go offer that to you.
No, I can be honest with you. I don't want, first and foremost, because you don't ask me for that egg, and I give you it, I don't want your cake. Because that can tell me the quality of your preparation. So, as far as I'm concerned, I pass on that thing. I appreciate you.
You ain't serious. You ain't serious.
Yeah.
But you should at least take it and then.
No, I intentionally take it. I can let you know. No, that's okay.
No, man, you can take it.
No, that's okay. No, I pass. That's okay. I don't eat cake. I drink.
And then 2 weeks later,
You see,
They see you on Facebook eating You're all cool, baby. Pastor say, Pastor, he moved from that. He didn't expect to see that in the back there. All the time. That's just egg, Pastor.
It started with it.
Oh, you thought? Oh, that's you thought?
Yeah, that's what he thought.
Yeah.
That's what he thought.
It started with egg, then it come to your Wi-Fi password.
I tell you.
There you go. There you go.
So, I run into some problems this month, but I can get them next month. I don't want to share that password.
So you don't think we should light the grill and we just chill by the pool this weekend and just
I mean, but
invite the families over and
I can't wait for the
No,
show.
have a little.
no, forget that.
She said,
I don't want to light the grill. You want to come over to your house. Yeah.
I knock on the door.
I
I
go
say,
in your backyard.
hey, neighbor, I see that such place having a sale on meat.
Yeah.
You know, we go half on a case. half on the case of the egg quarters, and I let the wife make a macaroni. You do your wife do some potato salad, and we let the kids swim in the pool for a little bit.
Absolutely.
Abigail Pratt say, I am baking a cake off my neighbors. I really don't have any ingredients for the cake.
No, you don't need to bake no cake,
No,
Abigail.
Abigail, yeah. You need to see Mr. Roberts.
This ain't cake time.
First name Rupert.
This ain't your cake season. This is great, but I have to go to Bible study. Laughter is very good for the soul. God bless you, Abigail. Thanks for coming. Thanks for coming.
Go ahead, finish it, man. Pastor, I believe. Eggs, no? Eggs? Eggs, what kind of eggs you buy? I try to see how expensive these eggs is. You will learn this for their life.
And see, because I know where past this, I also know what is right outside of where past the domain.
They'll give you the stuff.
Yeah.
They could have played it.
Not even 5 minutes. Not even 5 minutes.
That's why it couldn't. Or would the bit be? I say, you know what? I say, guess what? Nigel mentioned. I was headed to start on my list. I need to get this up for myself. I'll see you there. No, and I'll see you there. Not I bringing you back, man. I'll see you there.
Well, you all pay a boy.
Yeah, no, but what you mean?
Pastor, for your sake, you better never better than none.
Then he would need it.
I wouldn't need it. I'll be okay.
See, that's different. That's the
I'll
difference.
be okay if I be all right.
I straight.
Yeah. I'll go to a neighbor that I have a relationship with. I will say.
My BBL.
But you got to get to that point, though. You don't think so?
Yeah, but you don't start like that.
Yeah, you don't start like
That's
that.
the way it starts.
Yeah. I tell you, that was fostered.
Huh?
Oh,
As I tried to tell you, BBL was fostered on good mornings, good afternoons, talking about sports. We get to that. We ain't just start here.
you just walk around knocking on doors asking for
We ain't just start off with, hey, like, yeah, so you trying to say nothing. No.
You guys start there.
Oh, but anyway, let's before we go, let's hit something else that's going on in the country. I saw something with these bus triplex going on now. What's something with that Nabago? You know what that they retrofitting these buses out and
You know they rated them.
yeah, I heard they rated I heard they found another bus and they rated, but probably so that means there's more. Oh, they found two other ones.
B was living in the bus?
Yeah, by 3-bedroom.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought y'all was saying 3-story buses are now on the road.
No. We say triplex and bus.
So
What?
them yellow bus get 3-bedroom?
Yeah, but
Yeah,
they
yeah.
part them off. They
they-
put plywood in them, part them off, and they are 3-bedroom.
Delton said this now. Delton said very creative. I won't say this now. The level of creativity that I see with that off the chain.
We have an immigration problem in this country that we need to address. And it can take a bold government and an honest
I would like to
government
see them.
I send you a video.
And an honest government to address it. I don't know if we
Drop it in the group.
I don't know if we can ever have that. But someone need to address the immigration situation.
What is the immigration problem?
The immigration problem is that you are
That we have plenty of immigrants?
No, that's not an immigration problem. The immigration problem is
Look, I'm just one more time. So the fact that we have a lot of immigrants here, that's not an immigration problem. That's not a problem.
that's not the problem.
How do you feel about the immigrants that are here? You missed the show last week. How do you feel about those who are here?
Illegally or legally? Because we have a lot of legal immigrants out of here.
I talk about the ones who ain't got no documents, whose parents came here illegally, but they are born here.
They criminals.
They 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24.
1 second. What do you mean don't make you criminals?
The child is a criminal?
No, the parents are criminals.
Right. So what is the child? So what do we do with these children?
The children are
I was trying to get you to comment last week. You comment once and you disappear.
because what I going to say, man, you all check off there.
Hold on. What makes them criminals? Right? That's what I'm trying to.
Because they're here illegally.
They're here illegally.
So okay.
Uh-huh.
If they're illegal.
Let me break it down.
You could break the law.
Good.
Like for example,
Let me sugarcoat. Let me watch.
let's say you park and
We don't park. Let's talk what
A
we do.
non-parking.
My Bahamian family gone to the United States. They're only supposed to be there for 6 months. Been there for 16 years. Okay.
They criminals.
They criminals.
So Peter, is this a true story or you just say hypothetical?
1,000% true.
This is hypothetical?
And I said because all y'all got family members who gone to the States supposed to be there for 6 months and they're there for life. And you all know them. Come on, they criminals.
So Peter. So what do you do to the child that's born to illegal immigrants?
What I do with the child?
What about your second generation family? So not the ones who gone, their children. What you want to do with them?
They have to pay into the system.
So they ain't got to get shipped out.
No, because they were born here, right?
Uh-huh.
They have to pay into the system. Now, after a certain point, like let's say,
What do you mean pay into the system? I'll make sure everything is clear.
so I think they should be fined, and I think they should have to pay into the
Who
system.
should be
The children?
fined?
The children should be fined.
What?
Yes, the children should be fined. Your parents committed a crime.
The children. The
Your
newborn.
parents committed a
To newborn child?
Yes, you pay into the
You
system.
know what, man? Be the man. Listen.
Man, you know what? You pay into the system. Your
How
parents
do you expect a newborn child to pay into the system? Explain that.
when they become 18
Mhm.
and they apply for their citizenship, which should be granted to them after they pay their fine. They'll be fined.
You're saying
you
they should have,
losing me.
I
You
no,
losing
I
me.
lose.
you saying they should have if they came in illegally, they should cost additional amount for their whatever their citizenship is. You
Correct.
said
Yes,
they should pay a little more.
they should pay more.
They shouldn't pay none.
They should pay more. Their parents are criminals.
I think the parents should pay the fine.
No, the parents should be deported.
Along with, see,
So you
I didn't-
deport the parents and you find the children.
And I find the children.
See, I didn't clarify.
And the children are because the children are born here
Uh-huh.
in the Bahamas.
Right.
Okay, I believe then they should be granted status once they pay. If they refuse to pay, they go too.
No, man. But they're 18 years?
So what's your problem?
So if you decide that you could, if you decide you could send mommy and daddy back on the child too, what the child supposed to do? Go with mommy and daddy? Right?
Yes, yes.
Okay, so this is my point. I didn't clarify last week. We end up clarifying at the end of the show. I feel
Right.
because I think you say BPL internet job, so the password you Stephen, you couldn't do something.
That's I mean, thanks for telling, but that's exactly what happened.
If a child is born to legal parents in the Bahamas, where it be from any part of the world,
Right.
in my opinion,
Right.
I think that child should be given status.
No,
I can explain my point,
I understand.
right?
I'm just
And-
I want
and
to
if
make
you-
sure I say no.
And if the parents get deported, then that
Hold on 1 second. I just realized we have 2 Starbucks. Y'all stop this coffee. Y'all didn't make for everybody.
this is some early, and
Did y'all
Boss,
traveling?
I did wrong.
Were y'all traveling together?
no, we was traveling together.
Oh, okay. I thought y'all was traveling together. And y'all,
apology, bro.
No,
yeah.
yeah.
And I wanted to and I can ask you a question to explain my point. Then as soon as he finishes, I'm going to ask you specifically.
So
Okay. I just-
they should get status,
Right.
right? And if you
Keep
decide,
going,
and if you decide to deport their parents, they go with their parents, but they have an opportunity to come back here for a better life. Because 9 times out of 10, the children are born here to illegal parents are for people that are from a country that is they feel as if it's not in the position as ours.
Not my problem.
I understand in the problem, but it's just, like I said last week, it's the same thing. We just go away into the
And
states,
we criminals.
and
And
let-
they should be deported.
right? And listen, go away to have our children for better opportunity. So when Jaden get 18, and I want to send him to Miami, go to University of Miami and pay nothing.
And when the former president of the United States called that particular
gotta-
action, when the former
If you
president
start touching the thing,
of the United States called that particular action a crime, I agreed with him because it is a crime. And the United States now stopped that policy because of poisons. Some of y'all Bahamians, my family do, because I know plenty of people, knock on wood, who have done that. But can I, if I rob a bank tomorrow, right, and I steal $300,000, and I create a trust fund for my daughter, and that's $300,000, and I go to jail, what can happen to that $300,000?
You can see that
Why?
because that came from criminal
Proceeds of
a
crime.
crime.
proceeds of
Of a crime, right?
Right.
Although my daughter didn't do that.
No.
That little trust fund and setup was nice
Yeah.
and sweet. But she can't keep the money, right?
No.
So your parents committed a crime. Your parents have committed a crime.
Peter.
Yep. Excuse me, sir. Have your parents committed a crime? Yes or no?
My bad.
No, not
No,
your
no,
parents. Not your parents.
Careful.
But the parents of those have
Yeah.
they committed a crime?
Yes.
Right. So now you're supposed to benefit from the system?
You shouldn't suffer neither though. Because you
Who's suffering? You're not suffering. How are you
Now,
suffering?
Carly, you're being a tad bit duplicitous because your first point in the earlier conversation was all about the responsibility of the parents to take care of their children.
Yeah.
That was the basis of your argument in the last conversation for the last hour and a half.
agreed.
Are you rescinding that?
No. The parent is still responsible for the child.
Okay.
Right? But I just feel
But just cancel out the fact that
no, man.
You realize there are legal ways to seek asylum to countries in the world.
Including you?
Yes.
Okay. Help me out.
There are poisons that were just recently let go.
Yeah, recently.
Recently?
Yeah, recently.
For legally seeking asylum, and the Bahamian government didn't do right by them. and had to release these persons.
I see them said who get released the other day.
So
Let's pause for a second,
go
gentlemen.
ahead.
I want to apologize to Mr. Anvar, and I told him as a amateur he was losing,
Yeah.
and as a professional he was losing.
Yeah.
Apparently, he just sent me a photo on Facebook Messenger showing me two white fellas standing next to him,
And him being
him in his boxer shorts, bareback,
yeah,
hoisting,
the
a trophy.
Okay.
Now, I don't know why the fellow who beat you lent you his trophy to take this picture.
Yeah.
But
I don't prove that to you.
this don't mean that to me. I just thought I'd say that.
Okay.
What kind of apology? But Peter, I mean, all right. See, my whole thing is right. I'm not. I said I feel. I'm not saying I'm condoning illegal
But
activity.
you condone it.
But
How
how
you condone it?
when these illegals have children and they don't get deported, right? And the child stay here,
Right.
and the child go through the system, right? And then he doesn't get citizenship or status, and he got to go back to the country he never been because he's of Asian descent. That don't make you feel no type of way.
No, because that's the parents' problem.
And according to my statement earlier, I guess
You fix it. You made this bed.
See,
right,
You gotta lay in this bed.
pillow and all.
See, our problem is something we discussed long ago in our other show. When we talk about schools. And then I took the stance that schools shouldn't have these children without proper citizenship and proper status in their school to begin in. You all said to me, remember, everyone jump on me that children need education.
They do.
You right?
They do.
And
I-
healthcare.
And healthcare. And I said then,
Talking to Mike Peter.
if we took a hard stance in the beginning, a lot of the problems we had 18, 16, 15 years down the line, we wouldn't if we were firm initially. Because if you had problems getting your children into school, you had problems acclimating into certain parts of society, you wouldn't find it easy or you wouldn't take.
But that's what they said. That's what they said last. That's what they said last
He said
week.
that last week too.
So we have to, if we firm in the beginning, it may be cruel, but we saving cruelty, which is far worse on the back end.
So you're saying that we should have immigration officers at schools? Because that's not the job of the principal. In
No,
Texas.
no. But what we saying is this. Okay,
Because we didn't sign treaties. The treaties them. I don't think we didn't sign treaties to say we can deny people education.
yeah. So we piggyback on Peter's point, right?
I wasn't taking you out of school.
So the
because you
piggyback-
could be in school.
The
to take you out of school.
piggyback on
See, there's
Peter's
a
point,
phrase
right?
in the word. Take you out of school mean you was in school. You will never get take out of school, but you will never get in school. Yeah, how you get here?
You have to show up.
You have to show your behind passport. How you get here? Okay. See you later. That's tough. But
That's tough.
But try getting school in the UK or try getting school in America without.
You really can't go to I-8 or I-20 or whatever it is.
I-28.
Yeah, have a good time. See you later.
You can't jump on the plane and jump and say you get the government public school in the States.
They say, oh yeah, you will come in here. Oh no, see you later.
You need the document.
You need documentation. There are many Bahamian families, affluent, who want to send their children to a nice public school in the United States, who have family over there, right? Who they send their children to go to that public school, because some of their public schools
Yeah.
just go to our private schools. Why do they not doing it? You know what?
They ain't got no status over there.
They can't get in. But that's a tough stance.
That's a tough stand. Yeah.
Do you think also that immigration and the government should stop processing certain applications for work permits? Because even though they're now legal, but you opening the door for the illegal per se. So Denzel come from, let's say, Grenada on a work permit, illegal,
To do what?
to do a job that a Bahamian could do. Well, that's what I'm saying.
A qualified Bahamian?
A qualified Bahamian.
Is Bayman willing to do it?
Probably not. So, see, that's my point. That's my argument last week. We sit down and complain about all these illegal or all these work permits or all these people coming in to do these jobs that Bahamians could do, but Bahamians don't want these jobs.
See, I say that
Behemoths don't want. See, behemoth, the only jobs they is fighting make noise for is the highfalutin ones, the ones that paying 6 figures and not even in a shush office and riding around in a company car and getting gas allowance and all these other things. They making noise for them because they're the jobs that behemoths want. The qualified B jobs. The qualified behemoths want those jobs. And it's only right, and I agree. A behemoth should have that job, right? If they qualify. But it goes the same thing for the man to clean the yard. If a behemoth can clean the yard, why you gotta go send for somebody from a different part of the world and pay $2,000 a year for them to come clean their yard?
My issue with that.
Let me
Go.
say something.
Yeah, go ahead.
I love my Bahamian people, but there is a price difference.
There is only a price difference because we have an option. If we didn't have no option, there ain't no price difference. The price is what the price is.
I believe in Bahamian.
I ain't a problem with the price. My problem is the entitlement difference.
See, that's what we talked about last week.
That's my problem.
I
that
believe
we have.
in
I don't
Bahamian.
with my Bahamian brethren. There's an entitlement. We want produce less and get paid more.
Exactly.
Right.
And that there, I have a major problem with that. Having been engaged in the construction industry, being engaged and having to have people doing landscape, whatever the case is, we want work less.
500
and
square
get
feet
paid more.
is 500 square feet. Where in the east,
Listen.
the west, the north, the south. 500 square feet is 500 square feet. Whether in Baintown or
Hold on.
hold on. I'm talking about if you're using the same material. 500 square feet don't change. 500 square feet is 500 square feet.
No different. More expensive out west.
All these.
All these.
That's what I'm saying.
No, I'm telling you,
Yeah.
you leave that alone.
Yeah.
Just make another point. You taking a joke too far. Let's stay on topic now. You drifting too far out. You bring that back.
That's the problem right there. 500 square feet is 500 square feet.
Hey.
When you call me to do a subdivision off East Street, no, you call me do a subdivision.
You know, it don't make no gas to get them places.
See, the difference is the subdivision of A Street don't have no drainage system.
I don't care what it have.
So you won't get it ain't the same job.
It could be the exact same subdivision with the same drainage, same pipe, same everything. The cost could be different. So you better calm down.
That's a man integrity.
Calm that thing right there. Let me just fix up for you right now.
Right there.
You are not paying the same price.
And let me fix it also. We couldn't, if we didn't have cheap Haitian labor in this country, y'all couldn't build nothing around here.
I agree.
That's a fact.
And that's the point.
Better we agree.
And that's what they said. And that's what they said last week.
Agree with that, Sean?
They all know it. Right. And that's what they said last week. All of them are guilty. Everyone is guilty of hiring a legal or illegal immigrant to do some work because of the price
And if you
differential.
build anything, absolutely.
You
And if
understand?
you build it sense,
But if you don't want them here, then don't support them. If you don't, like you said, if you don't support them, you don't get them jobs, then they have to pack their Georgie bundle, jump on a boat or jump on a plane and go elsewhere to try find the means to support their family. But if we constantly supporting them, when Joe on the bike and he throwing his lawnmower and his cutlass underneath the bar and he riding from east to west and between east and west, he gets 6 jobs.
He can stay.
He can stay. And when you say, hey, how much you charge me cleaning your yard? You can say, let me see your work permit. You can say, how much you charge? $50. Okay. You get the $50 and he go, don't pay him the $50 US.
There's someone there that's texting just now, and they say, let me say, I don't know these Samsung phones that well. Let me say, oh, here it is. So yes, hey, yes to the gentleman with the locks. They like cheap labor. They support your point about us Bahamians like in cheap labor. Nkrumah Edwards says, so what y'all are saying is that I should go to a foreign-owned barbershop because the price is cheaper.
yes, if that's what you choose to do with your money. That's your money.
But if we don't go to a foreign-owned barbershop and you go to BM barbershop and everybody go to BM barbershop, the foreigners ain't got nothing to do, no haircuts, and they could go back to where they were so they could find somewhere else to go to try and make money. But if we keep supporting these people that y'all don't want to support or y'all have a problem supporting, they are not going to go anywhere.
Let me ask this question. What's the load that they put on? I keep on hearing about this load on the system. What's the load on the system?
I know, speed them comment.
I keep on hearing that load that they're putting.
Nkrumah, your barber's in here. I would prefer he answer that question for you.
You say
They talking about
What's the load on the system?
all right. So I think they mean that they talk about
Healthcare.
the education system
Right.
and the healthcare system. That's when they say load and strain. They mean if it ain't that much,
for free government services.
right? See, it's them. Who said that?
Oh no, they ain't me. I have insurance. They ain't me. I don't for the people.
But they contribute to the community though.
No. See you.
They
let's be honest.
they
You are put.
they have an economic contribution to this country.
No, sir. I can speak to my.
No.
Some of them have an economic contribution. Some of them do not.
Peter, come on, man.
Come on, man. What?
The majority of them, more of them is white than Bahamians.
Right, and how they contribute.
So, but them working doesn't mean them contribute to the happen.
Because I pay you.
Right.
First thing I pay you that's insurance. That's a part of our deal. That's insurance expensive. I pay you.
So you pay that insurance.
I pay you a gas bill. You take that money.
But you iron them.
Oh, me?
See?
How you been talking hypothetical? But in a hypothetical situation, I pay you in cash. You know, national insurance. That's the first thing.
And they shopping in the stores for some Bahamians week.
That's VAT.
They shop in some of the stores for Bahamian week.
Man, come on.
So yeah, if they make $100, they make 10, 70 back, right? 30 to get spent, yeah. They still gotta buy grocery to live. They still gotta for the set of paying little light bill and thing. They still gotta pay little light bill
For the set of pay.
You understand?
You know what? No, you say for the set. So it's
so you might have some of the thief in light.
Oh, so they thief light?
Bahamians is thief light.
A lot of light.
All right, so come on, man, Peter, man. Y'all gotta keep it transparent.
No,
but you see the problem, like I say, the problem, of course, the problem is always going to be, and it consistently is going to be, once we engage them, once we engage them, they don't know where to go.
Let me tell you, brother. The problem is when you go to accident emergency, not me because I got a church. When you go to accident and emergency in the night, and you there to wait on that line, and 75% of the people who waiting there in front of you, because there's only the people in front of you that get you by. 75% of them don't speak no English. That bothers you. That's what the Bahamians describe. So all the free services, because you know Bahamians, a lot of us we live in, they gambling. They ain't got no insurance. So they get sick, they got to go to the clinic. They reach the clinic, daddy them already there.
Yeah.
Okay?
They've been there.
They been there. So they hot. They can't get served right away because daddy them getting served. So they mad. Okay? So all the free stuff. Like people didn't know that the Bahamian population used to get free dental clinic. And I can tell you all
Yeah, by Sunderland.
some of the best dentists in the world.
I heard that my mom has been telling me that.
Oh, some of the best dentists in the world.
Yeah, by Sunderland.
And see, some of y'all in this biggity as me. So y'all don't go there and be like, well, I behave it, I get it.
I next.
Y'all gotta stop.
I just want them. And God want to know because some people on this who watching the show, they know I've done it.
You gotta be here.
No, this is my country.
Yeah, but that's rude though. They still people though.
They be Americans. You ever see Americans?
But that don't make it right.
No, that make it right in their country. They taxpaying citizens. I agree with them. When I happen to be in America, I tell you
let me ask you a question.
I happen to be
We were being credited to somebody who works at SRC and says you surely have to pay for the dentist at SRC.
Nah,
I guess it's cheaper.
Just cheaper.
I think it's probably just cheaper.
So Peter.
Yeah.
So because somebody actually says to Lionel says, is it really cheap labor or do Bahamians inflate their prices? I believe in some instances the Bahamians do inflate their prices.
I agree.
Yeah.
But the thing about it is, right? This my thing. When you've been Abigail,
couple times.
when last you been Abigail? I mean prior Dorian.
Let's say about 6 months before that.
So I go to Abigail. I was going to Abigail off and on.
Yeah.
My previous jobs,
Right.
90%,
Right.
in my opinion,
They bill Abigail.
at construction workers.
Who's they?
The Haitian community.
Haitian
If
Bahamians?
they ain't Haitian, if they ain't full Haitian, they Haitian Bahamian.
Haitian Bahamians?
They. Whoever they is.
Haitian Bahamians?
I know they ain't 100% Bahamian.
Because I got to crack you, but something. I can do you like that at this show. I speak to you privately. But somebody, Lee, who listened to the show, had an incident down there when he was talking to the Haitian Bahamian community with voting.
We can talk about that later.
Yeah, we talk about that later.
But I still had to say,
We ain't do politics a little
Because I know.
We give a politics
Last thing I checked, only Bahamians is vote. But
that's next week.
Last time I checked, only Boroughs I wrong.
Next week.
Only Bahamians is vote. You gotta be able about it.
I think that's part of the problem. I mean, you know,
Denzel, don't take the bait, Denzel.
No, we scared our 7 point. No,
Denzel.
the two political parties just do it. I've never heard them just do it in my life. The two political parties do it. Because I said, but hold on. Only the images. What were we talking about?
our faithful listener, I was waiting for the come. She didn't say that in a little while.
It's Fury.
No, actually, I don't know if the Fury today. I know what's going on. But Mary Lightburn Walker.
Oh, absolutely.
Says the dental fees at SRC, PMH, and any government clinic are the same and have not changed in many years. However, nothing is free.
It's still cheaper.
Miss Walker,
It's cheaper.
I love you to death. You know you was a warrior there in the front line. But you know what I know. Some of mommy them here, Bobby never died of baby. You know that I know. I don't know how it happened.
Peter, you want to see the Indian? I just said you want to see the Indian. You don't think they'll make sure they pay more than anybody? I think they just pay more.
Well, see, I don't think the people working in those institutions ain't time worry about who day in day and that. They just want the money. Serve them, get them out.
Yeah. Don't pay for certain things.
Certain things.
Certain behemoths get
PMH don't want to pay for nothing.
PMH get millions of dollars in surgery.
I almost would believe PMH probably hit $1 billion by now. The amount of money outstanding.
And the people they come with a dime and they walk in the hospital. The doctors then perform the greatest surgery in the world at them, and they ain't come with $1.
I know persons who said to me, said they go on for services and they say, boy, when they saw the name system say, man, you have $1 billion. I said, no, my mom dead. You gotta call her.
Write that off.
Yeah, that one finished. That one game over. This me now. Yeah, I was only here with her.
Listen,
when you was younger.
That ain't my
That's not really good for me. I done changed name 3 times.
Someone grabbed me no knock on the who passed recently. Thousands of dollars now.
Who you know?
Who I know. I know personally.
You know the personally?
I know them well.
Thousands of dollars?
Thousands of dollars.
That they will be a bitch. Will it ever be paid?
Absolutely not.
Oh gosh, y'all gotta stop.
They turn their baby.
So let me say that.
Will the grandchildren pay it?
Absolutely.
How could you ask me to pay a bill?
Yeah.
I did not even know existed until this time.
Did I sign for my question? Did I sign for this?
Well, not even. I don't even know the bill exists.
Yeah, I said no. I can't do that.
So, someone I know went.
Right.
Do some services.
Right.
Walk out the hospital.
Right.
Ran back.
Right.
About 3 months later.
Right.
Say, well, so and so when you can put something on the bill. What bill? I was with him. I say, miss y'all is charged.
Listen.
Mary Lightburn Walker, please sign off from the show, please. Please don't stay on this show. You don't know this charge.
You gotta they have a cashier station. We want to speak.
Cashier station.
Not because the public
they have a
hospital
cashier
pays
station in A&E.
That's for people who are looking for that cashier station.
All y'all would do is go in there, get in the back room, get served.
Absolutely.
So, Boris, you tell him, so you don't know they was charged?
No.
I say, miss, where does bill come? She said, yeah, say they'll let you walk, but they send you a bill. I said, miss, I know that. She say, how old you is? I said, I won't tell you. So I never had no surgery. I mean, I never been in the hospital. I never been in hospital.
So you thought pilling made that free for all us? Pilling handle that,
I
make it free.
I be him. I mean, is it free?
No. Boris thought when he paid on the registration fee,
That's come everything.
That's come everything.
That $25?
No, bro.
That $25 pay everything.
To process you.
And
That's
guess what?
registration.
And guess what? I would. The person I know was hot to have to pay that $25.
That $25. That's
The procedures don't be expensive.
No. You know the first question the person asks: does everybody pay this $25? Oh, they do.
So the person you didn't want to pay $25?
I say,
He's so tight.
I say, you know, and the voice is, I say, show me. I say, show me how it fits.
He probably say, yo, stay God. Open it and say, no, just God.
Don't. So I mean, I know persons have gone
gotta
dialysis, chemotherapy, surgeries for $25.
Yeah.
For $25, but somebody have be paid for this.
So they renovating the hospital. Where the money coming from?
The budget.
The budget?
Budget.
Oh, Doc, spend your money?
That's why that's why we need Tito people them so we get $100,000 so we can pay some of these bills.
When y'all give everybody $100,000, who can take them? Who can work?
Huh?
I don't know.
At least we pay them hospital bill, Dad.
They ain't being no bill.
The budget? Really?
The budget. So where the money come from for the budget?
Better money go to the budget?
They get
But
borrowed.
y'all just get mad we borrow the money, but y'all don't pay the hospital. Y'all don't pay for your surgery.
No,
Y'all
no.
don't have open heart surgery.
California.
Y'all want y'all want pacemaker.
California.
Y'all want chemotherapy.
California.
I don't pay for nothing.
I just seen the pastor the other day. He sent a video in a group by his
Top-
right?
top-notch
And he's
surgery.
talking about how expensive it is for
Top-notch
him
surgery, buddy.
to pay for dialysis and all them other things.
It's expensive.
They don't. But I ain't no joke.
Yeah.
That's a big bill. And he say that the line by the he say an average dialysis session should take how much hours he say? I think he say I wouldn't say 6 hours. Don't quote me. I wouldn't say 6 hours, right? Let's say hypothetically he say 6 hours.
Yeah.
He say, but because the hospital don't have sufficient, the people just go there only getting 2 hours here.
All right, Mary Lightborn says 4 hours.
4 hours. So if it's 4 hours, that means like a lot of people don't get the full 4. Is what he was saying because there's so many people, and a lot of people can't afford to pay for it privately, so they have to stretch it. I don't know how true it is, but I realize it's not expensive, boy. That dialysis thing don't play.
It is expensive.
You know,
The
but-
machines we running with our warrior them using for against COVID. The machines expensive. They $1 million machines.
But y'all mad.
So
if all
are we
believe-
concluding by saying that the people around the table can start paying their PMH bills
I ain't no BMH bill, but what I'm saying is,
for their parents and grandparents?
I ain't no. Listen,
say
I going to say something. But this my thing.
They really need to fix that policy.
No, but
If you got some boys,
Listen,
How you fix the policy when you know certain grandsons that don't want to pay the $25?
listen to me.
So
How you fix the policy?
I know you fix it. All the jobs that y'all don't want, BMS don't want, start working. You can make the money to pay these bills. And so letting everybody else who y'all don't want work, y'all work. So y'all work, collect a little 225 or the little 200 or whatever it is, make it work and pay your bills. And then you have this problem. You don't gotta say you don't got no money.
Let me tell you what a family member told me. Say that lady was a Bahamian before this country was Bahamian. So they order. I will tell you what they did.
She built this country.
We all really get stuff. So everybody before 73.
I know, but everybody.
So everybody,
Right over. They say
everybody before 73.
they say this her country.
So everybody before 73.
They say if anyone,
Free and clear.
they say if
So
anyone,
that's where
they say
so
if
there you
anyone
go,
is a
Pastor.
citizen.
That's where the entitlement come from. I was here before I was independent,
I ain't
and I
paying for
can
nothing.
pass that mentality down to all my little regrets.
Mary Lightborn said this is so wrong. I know Mary Lightborn, I agree with you. Julianne says there's a major misconception that healthcare is free. Only pensioners are entitled to free healthcare. So I was told. We don't know how true that
It
is.
can't be pensioners because someone I know I received a bill. There was definitely a bill.
So I guess they was told wrong. Julie was told wrong.
Yeah, they received a bill.
Someone said they switch it up now. Unless you're being rushed in for emergency surgery, you have to put something on your bill. That's not registration fee
Come on,
either.
man.
Now, Candice Williams, I do have that, but I do know of persons who put something on their bill. That something could be $40, it could be $50. That bill could be $87,000.
You think it could be a buy some lunch and get you?
Miss Williams, there are some people. Miss Williams, there are some people I know. There's some people I know. He ain't put nothing.
And
I was there doing wheeling the dealer.
I know some people who had $80,000 bills and who put $65 on that. So you know,
There's
they
some
make
people-
a payment.
there's some-
How do you develop an $80,000 bill in BMH? What you want?
You could develop a $47,000 bill. Listen to that, $47,000 bill in let's say 4 days. Very easy.
$47,000.
$47,000.
You said a number with authority.
I'm pretty sure.
In BMH?
Yeah,
47,000.
some services that needed to be rendered.
We're rendered.
Were rendered.
So-
Somebody can get it at some point. Someone.
Hardcore, boy.
I don't know who you all are, but somebody can get it.
Whoever the base is. That's
Whoever
what
the
it
place
is.
is. Either than that, you could sue the dad and hope they answer. But they gone.
47,000.
Whoever signed that form, but they really didn't.
Mary Walker said, yes, it is possible. Says, yes, it is possible. She says, and the ICU and the NICU, and ICU is very nice.
Very nice ICU. And ICU is where it's run the bill. those oxygen fees, they're expensive.
She says, and some of the specialist services.
Specialists, yes.
Jody Ann says, can you imagine if everyone who had an outstanding bill put $200? That would be incredible.
Oh yeah.
No, that's the whole country.
No, that'll be incredible, Jody.
$200.
That ain't happen, but that'll be good.
But now I think, but it.
You got a bill letter.
I brought it.
Some
But
charity, yes.
I don't think not this last name. Probably the previous last name.
Absolutely.
I'm pretty sure Mr. Taylor has a bill there.
I think Carlo Barros have a bill there.
PMH.
Mr. Taylor.
My bill at PMH was paid. I went to the office.
Mr. Taylor. There was a time when we went to the gym some years ago, and you had an injury,
Yes.
and you had to have surgery.
Yes.
Did you pay that bill, Mr. Taylor?
That bill was paid. I was a minor. I don't know.
That was after,
Children,
after the dynasty.
No, children
That
are
was
free.
after the dynasty. You was not a minor.
Oh no! If I had a surgery that was paid, that's the $200 something I had to pay.
For surgery?
What surgery in the world cost you $200?
What you do? They got a lock?
It was a very, very small surgery.
What surgery?
And in 1991, $250 something was.
That was
money.
not 1991. That was 1999, 2000 around that time when you had that incident.
Yeah.
You was a grown man.
Well, if I have a bill there, email me.
Why you what's your email?
That ain't my problem. You gotta find.
Boy, that be something.
Because I remember I visited you. I visited the hospital.
You have to be of the feds. Why would you do that? Why would you do that?
I would you, buddy. I would you.
Why are you making this about me? What about them $47,000 bills?
Yeah.
Who paid $25? $25.
I didn't even spend a night in the hospital. I don't have no bill there. They put me on the table, and when they finished with me, they said, "Get out here."
But you know what, Bug? Your friends know you well because someone make a comment that 25 is hard to come up off a daylight. I didn't want to pay. Excuse me. The person didn't want to pay that. The person didn't want to pay that.
Please.
I didn't find it hard. Excuse me. I didn't find it hard to pay that.
Come on, man.
Come on, man.
$25.
So then you got to be at the hospital too.
No.
So come you say everybody got you don't get that?
No, I just talking for y'all.
See, what was annoying? Let me tell you what was annoying.
Mind you, there's a family member of mine that was in quite recently.
I was treated
No, I
respectfully.
mean we would give it a little bill to pay the register, and I did pay it. I didn't complain like I paid it. They said what it is. I took out my thing, swipe that, do that. I think that was $25 or something like that. No, I didn't receive any subsequent.
See, what it bothered me was the person in front of me. They going in the back.
Oh.
I didn't see no transaction.
So you convinced them to pay $25?
You can't tell me. You know, I might control something. You can't let that go. And I was like, see, that's what I'm doing. You can't let these things go.
Peter, that person could have been to the vendor before you come there and come back, you know.
They may have. But the way them and that person was talking, I don't feel of it.
They ain't paid
I
$25.
don't need $25.
And that's your problem right there.
That's
Y'all
our
are getting other people's business.
That's how I
But they say the other people don't pay the $25.
and that's my thing.
I'm a Bahamian.
Yeah.
Why should I have to pay the
But
$25?
who's saying other people don't pay $25? Who's saying the illegals don't pay
Now,
$25?
see, we say the other people. Let's keep it at the other people.
But I'm talking about illegals. Let's just keep it real. I ain't call no nation.
Just
I said illegals.
Okay, and I can admit something about the person myself. the person before me and the person behind the camera spoke in a different language.
They don't even have to be illegal.
So I already was set off.
Yeah.
I was like, what kind of corruption going on there? See, because you know,
the person behind the counter and the person in front of the
I was
counter.
in front of the counter.
She bilingual. She is very.
And they were.
She flew. She good for a job. She good for the job.
But to be there, apparently you have to do that. You have to be bilingual. That's best.
Right.
But I wasn't in my right senses then. I was a little mad. So as far as I'm concerned, the corruption going
Peter,
on.
that's $25, man. Peter, man.
Bossy man, that's $25.
All that is two Mountain Dew red in the bag of nachos.
Out of bag of that. But see, my ball in this color, are you charging $25 to everyone?
Yeah, man. Everybody getting charged $25.
See, Miss Walker our warrior got tell me that because I ain't sure about that.
See, the thing about us, I almost saying they charging everybody. If everybody ain't paying on time, then that's another thing. But you gotta charge. You gotta pay.
No, you got to.
You gotta pay, man.
No, we
And
should.
I feel bad. I get in the hospital tomorrow to see if I have a bill in my old last name.
Way to go, bro.
I tell you I get paid. I just know
There we go, bro.
I just don't know with that.
There we go, bro. I can give you a couple of names where you look at this.
But it also is like the boss question about the illegals and things like that. If we stop empowering them and putting them in a position where they can make money.
No. That's something.
Julie makes a very point. Julie says Bahamians don't want to pay the $10 registration fees at government clinics, but they would go and pay the walk-in clinic.
Oh, absolutely.
Mary Walker says, so high, my hopes was so high that he would pay. Don't, but you Gallo. You just dashed. You just dashed. She was getting so excited. She was getting ready to open that file right now. I think she can find that file for you now.
Hold on, Miss Walker, darling. My birthday is again July.
He'll come for you now. He'll come for you.
Oh man, listen, we get ready to end now. I just waiting on producer to get back in the studio so we can end this.
Their collections department, they need some more.
So they need what? So they need people who's run Furniture Plus collection department.
Yeah,
they need
to come down there.
I hear them.
Or they don't play.
Boy, Furniture. I guess the stories with them.
Listen,
They
don't play.
just pull up on you.
Oh yeah.
Furniture Plus people like you can't even see in the car.
Listen,
So I never get that from
someone I
Furniture
know
Plus.
very well tell me say they paid off a furniture set that they had in one house, one apartment, 3 apartments ago.
Furniture Plus
Still pay for that.
Still pay for it.
They can get
Furniture Plus like at least one of them. Phone? All right then. They like at least anything like up and down. Yeah, boy.
Just bring little stuff.
Just bring like something on the bill. $10 a week. You'll be walking around there on an iPhone 12 Pro Max.
Just bring something.
$10 a week. But they stop at now because the hotel is closed.
Anyway, listen, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. We've had a wonderful audience here, a wonderful conversation.
Stop hiring the illegal people and illegal people, the non-Bahamians, and then they'll go.
How we can bill anything?
Well, bill them with the Bahamians.
Negative.
That's it.
You've been tuning to Barbershop Talk. We can be back on next week, Wednesday. I think we
Politics.
may get some politics next week. We'll talk some politics. We ready to bring in guests yet, or y'all not ready yet? Bring in some guests.
Whenever y'all bringing them about the color, I don't like I ain't coming.
This is
I ain't coming.
this is powerful.
That color I don't like I ain't coming. I don't be around them.
I don't know, Cully. Like we will all fight out together. We'll fight out what color he don't like together when we bring him.
But you want to see me don't reach. You want to see me don't come?
That's the color.
That's the color.
Oh, this show was brought to you by the Sport Grill Pit. That's located on Tony William Darling Highway, right two gates, a gate next to
three properties after past Summerwinds Plaza.
Thank you. 3 properties after you pass Summerwinds Plaza. We encourage you to support them. They're open on Fridays and Saturdays. I thought it was food on Friday. I didn't realize it. I was about to order. No, it was burgers.
Burgers and food?
No,
Pasta.
because I was close to you and I wanted food, but I look at the thing. Hey, no food and no burger. No, not food. All right. So thank you. So aggressive.
She wicked.
I know. I apologize. So support the sport. Thank you for tuning in. We'll see you all next time.
So what kind of